Ah, Palworld 1.0. Boy, it's been a while since I played Palworld, and I'm ready to get on my Luke the Notable grind and do a 1.0 Palworld hardcore video where I survive 100 days in the world of Palworld. Well, it's actually going to be Lolo's Islands that I survive in. Hey guys, I'm Original Sun, y'all, and I'm going to be playing 100 days hardcore in Palworld. As you can see, it's hardcore set there, so here we go. We're going to jump in straight to the character customization, and we'll start off making my character here. We're going to go with a Type 2 build, only because I figured out in some of my previous playthroughs that you can kind of do a Hinata build. And Hinata is my favorite character of all time in anime. So I went through and I found that I can have the purple hair and I can make it just exactly how I want her to be. So I'm gonna go with Hinata throughout my playthrough. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So Original, why did you want to make a hardcore video? Well, I've tried to challenge myself with Arc and I was able to do it, but I could not figure out the recording. So now I've finally figured out how I can record on the Xbox, because I'm only playing on Xbox, and make this actually work. So, we wake up in Lolo's Island, day 1. I'm already knowing what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and slide down my stairs over here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab these little, my chest and the little mobile device thing, because, you know what, we need some XP out here. And without XP, we're not going to be able to level up. So, let me explain. Hardcore means that if you die in this, you're done. And if your pal dies in here, you're done. Well, they're done, and you can't use them anymore. So that aspect of the playing the hardcore run through is always fascinating me, because you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. So here we are, Lolo's Islands. Man, isn't it pretty? And we're gonna conquer all of it. So I begin with sliding down the hill after grabbing the fast travel, and I'm working towards getting my first pal and basically getting to where my base location is going to be. So I open a couple chests, I get some stuff, and I try to see, just get some pal spheres so I can go out there and catch a pal. So with 3 pal spheres, I'm ready to capture my first pal. I spy him right there. It's going to be a pupperai. Why? Because, he's ground, he cuts trees, he loves back shots, so boom, we're gonna grab him. It's gonna be like a 1, 2 shakes, 3 shakes, boom, 2 shakes, there we go. We got our first pal, which is pupperai. I then make my way over to the little air vent thing so I can fly up into the air just so I can get higher, because I know this way there should be some pangolins. And I do spy an egg, which is fantastic. A nice fire pal to have whenever I set up my first base and when I get there. So I leap, made it like a boss. Grab some pal fruits, because you never know when you need to teach a pal something new. And then I spy the pangolin that I was going for. So I send Pupperai out there, attack it. He doesn't look like he's very smart, so I go for the easier pangolin over here. Oh, before I do grab another pal sphere, and then we send Pupperai in for the attack. This one, he seems to be attacking a little bit more easier this time, which is very beneficial, but he does have some ice missiles. So then I just throw the pal sphere on him to see if I can get him. 1 shake, 2 shakes, boom. We have our second pal, which is a pangolin. I then make my way down the hill and onto the beach, where I spy a purple chest, which I know has something good in it that's better than the gold chest. I find a grenade and a mega pal sphere, so now I can probably get something a little bit better. So I make my way, and then I realize, dude, there's a huge green egg right there. That could be a memorest or something. So I ran over there as quick as I could and grabbed it. And then one of those land balls probably looked at me funny, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna grab this egg, and yeah, it's gonna be you. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the back shot, because you deserve it. So boom, gave him the back shot. 1 little squiggle, 2 little wiggle. Oh, he didn't want to come out, so I pulled out Panglet. Panglet took him out, but he started doing the roll attack. Panglet then shot him again in the face, and then I threw the pile sphere and missed, because I don't know, I'm playing on Xbox and I have the back controller. But that's 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, and that lamb ball is mine. Panglet. And while I was taking care of that, we then made it over to where the fox parts are, and those fox parts are giving my Panglet a little bit of an issue, but he's taking care of it. So I decided to throw pal spheres at both of them, and maybe I can get both of them. did end up getting one, but he had Night Owl, which is not a terrible passive to have. But this second one, after my 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, has a better one, and I level up to level 4. So I'm going to address a couple things. So just know that sometimes it's a little laggy. I did catch another pangolin right there, but just know that it's a little laggy sometimes and it skips a little bit, but I think that's only for these first couple days. Just keep in mind I'm doing this on Xbox with my screen share button on my controller, so I'm giving it my best. I then spotted some Vixies, so I decided that I'd send Fox Parts out there to get me one. Threw a couple embers in its face, so I threw a Palsphere in its face, and then didn't even have to shake twice. I got it on that one. Then this Vixie got a little brave and decided that it wanted to be a part of the team too. So Fox Part threw some embers at it. I picked up a stick. It lagged a little bit, but that's okay. I took a back shot with it. Oh, wait, no. I just let him burn to death. Because you know what? I don't need this Vixie, so I'm going to punch him to death. I then made my way up the hill and decided on to get a herbal yet, but I think I'll wait for it because I have no Palspheres left. But for some reason, I got a little bright idea. I'll just walk on through. I decided no one will get me. Oh, hey, I'll get this. There's a camp hog, and then I'll be fine. So much for hardcore, right? Well, the music started, so I started to run out of there without trying to get shot by some of the guns. I made it down almost to the ravine while they were shooting at me and decided to pick up one of the journals over here. I saw another fight happening over there, so I was like, man, thank God I'm level 5. I can survive anything. I decided to make it over to where another little air fan thing is and grab some leather and jump up the little air fan and the realm of, well, what is this realm called? Realm of Frozen Wings, yes. And then I made my way over to the other travel point down there. With a little hop, skip, and a jump, boom, I'm there. I then decided to take a stroll on the beach and pick up any of the trash or refuse that was left there, because usually there's some good stuff in there. I decided to grab the chests that are over here because, well, it's a gold chest, but it's still better than nothing, and I absolutely have nothing to show for it right now. So I grabbed that, Palsphere, little buddy sphere, boom, here we go. And I noticed there was an electric egg over there, so I decided, let me go ahead and up my stamina real quick so I can actually make it over there and climb up there, and let me put some weight on there. Let me grab this electric egg here, and it's a large one at least, so there's got to be at least something good in there. And then make my way up the mountain. So I grabbed this chest over here. It has a Mega Palsphere and some more Buddy Souls, so I make my way over to where I'm going to have my base. Now, I blame Xbox for this one, because I definitely recorded this, but it didn't save it. But as you can see, I've been busy. I started getting my foundations done, I got my bed built, I got Panglet helping, I got an eek deer. Everything is coming along nicely, and I'm not doing too bad for just a day one, and it's almost nighttime, so after I get my bed built, it'll almost be time to get some shut-eye. As nighttime settles in, I decided that, you know what, my pals need something to eat from, so I decided to make a feeding trough for them. Even though it's cold, I'm out here making sure that they have the most. I saw that Eek Deer didn't want to clean up his mess of wood, so I decided to grab that and then run back over to my pal box just to make sure that I can upgrade it to a level 4. On day 2, I made my way back over to the starting area. I decided that, you know what, I probably need some Gumos to help me plant some things in the beginning. So I spotted one. He didn't actually look at me funny. I decided that, you know what, Fox Parts, you are just having issues. So we're going to get this Gumos here. Palsphere, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. 1, 2, boom. That Gumos is ours. And he even has the farmhand trait, which is great. I then stumbled upon this little scenario here, and I was like, man, if I can have a Mammorest at the beginning, boy, I will be unstoppable. I'll be able to run through this like crazy. So I tried to go for the weakest one, but it didn't hurt him, and he looked really upset. Like, dude, stay out. This isn't even your fight, bro. So I decided to keep trying to throw a couple Palspheres, see if I at least get one, but they decided to kill themselves instead. But you know what? I tried. At least I get their stuff because I threw the Palsphere and I guess it aggroed them a little bit. So and I get the wood that they were trying to knock down. I then saw these lift monk, and I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving here empty-handed. So I decided to go after the lift monk here, and I decided that, you know what? You're joining my team, so critical back shot. You know how much I love it. One little wiggle, and then a two little wiggle, and lift monk has joined the squad. So I went back to base, and I actually believe this is day 3, but as I said before, some of this got jumbled on Xbox, so please forgive me and stay to the end of the episode. I'm sure you will get the most out of it later on, because I did get more proficient, and I did get more better. Plus, this Lofi is kind of killing it, right? I do also want to apologize, because I actually didn't take notes. I just went in and hit my screen record whenever I did something of note. As you can see, I now have a herbal, and I have a chillet, and I'm about to get this hang you. So there's a little overriding things with the Xbox. Like if you don't know, you have to change your destination for the files and the shares that you get, and you have to send them to a OneDrive. And then once you get into OneDrive, it's going to be a lot easier. But as I get this hang you and the one shake and the two shakes of lamb's tail, I had it figured out, I think, in about day 10. So you'll see some like pals like Tansy, Ignis. Like I grabbed him, I saved it, it didn't save, I'm not sure why, but I don't know. I'm doing my best here, but thanks for hanging along if you made it this far. It's a good video, I promise. I get through some crazy stuff. Now enough for my trials and tribulations, but back to the game. As you can see, I've been just going through this battle, and Tansy Ignis has just slaying, except for when he hit the one light post there that the one guard decided to hide behind. Doesn't work for me, but it works for them. Tansy just goes crazy, takes them all out. I'm going to end up saving this Vixen because you know what? I am just a pal hero. I'm a hero to these pals, and they love me, and I love them. And I will always be there to take care of them and rescue them from the evilness that befalls them. Except when I have them always set to command aggressive and they attack the Amoni. Or Amion, I'm not sure how to say this one, but yeah, I decided that, you know what, I attacked you, I should apologize and bring you into the fold. So one shake, two shakes, oh, didn't get the second shake, so I decided throw another Pal Sphere at it. Kelpsie's in on the mix, she's not happy. We're just trying to get along, trying to get by, but we caught Amion, and then decided to get into a little bit more trouble with some of these dire howls. So I decided, you know what, I gotta catch him. So I decided to catch this one right here to the left. Boom, got him. He attacks Ignis. Ignis Monkey's not having it. You know, I decided, you know, I probably did this, but you are an aggro pal, so let me just go ahead and settle you down. Two shakes, come to the team. And then for some god-awful RNG reason, a couple more dire howls showed up, and I was like, oh boy, Ignis is not having a good time. Let me go out and bring him out over here. He was getting, you know, gang attacked. No fun for you. Bring out the Chillet. Chillet comes in, and Chillet's like, you know what, we're not going to allow this. So I decided to throw a couple more Pal Spheres, and one shake over there on the left, two shakes over here on the right. Boom. I have now knocked out the dire howls. I then didn't listen to my parents, and I stayed out after dark. I found this Relaxosaurus, and I thought, you know what, it'd be cool to have one of you. So I sent out the Ignis, and he went crazy. But then he did the dragon stomp thing, and you know, I was like, you know what, I have to get one of them. This will be great. And then I'm dodging all these shots. Boom, one tick, boom, hide behind the tree, bam. Oh, why? But don't worry, I have Herbal. He's the best boy. He's gonna bring me back to life. And then it just brings me back to that part where I was thinking, if I hide behind a light pole, I get hit. But if they do, they don't. So, Relaxosaurus, welcome to the base. You're being put to work for trying to kill me. And now I'm level 12. So back at base, I decided to do a little bit of organizing. In the night, I did pick up the Tombat. I did pick up a huge shark egg. I picked up an ice egg. And we're just doing some basic organization here. I then decided to go into a dungeon to pick up some more XP so I can get through the first boss pretty easily. Fought these Cellerays and caught a couple of them. Fighting the boss Celleray was presenting itself to be a little tricky because I didn't have an electric pal, but I eventually got it, and I got it frozen, and then I threw the Pal Sphere, and you guys know how it goes by now. One shake, two shakes, We got her. So, went ahead and left the dungeon, jumped on the air portal thing, and decided to run around with Chillet. So I made my way to the small settlement, and I decided that, I was gonna go sell some things, free up some space in my inventory, grab the little fast travel here, and I completely didn't know about this when I first started doing this because I hadn't made this far in the hardcore playthrough yet, and that's the only thing I was playing, that you can exchange the bounty tokens and get money for them. So after selling some things at the small settlement, I made my way down to the abandoned mine shaft just to go talk to the black market pal seller, so I can probably get a pal or two and see if there's any of them that I need. I did end up talking to him and grabbing one of the Elgrove pals because they're pretty tough and tanky in the beginning, and it'll definitely help me against the first boss. I then made my way over to the bridge where I saw Hawk, and I decided that it was time for him to go because he's kind of blocking my path. So I took out Chillet, and Chillet was ready to start taking him down. But as you can see, I don't know what he's doing. He's dancing over there, flossing on him, trying to take him out. But Ignis, boy, he wasn't having it. He was like, it's time for you to go. But then he started doing the jumpy thingy, waiting for his next attack. Boom, Hawk's down. I then grabbed a chest to celebrate my victory with some bread and a key. I then made my way over to this side of the bridge, decided that, oh, there's a lift monk effigy over there, so I'll go ahead and grab that. And then make my way into another dungeon so I can get some more XP. I proceeded to run my way through this dungeon really fast with Chillet and saw a tree font and decided, yep, I can take them out. The battle starts. You know how it's gonna go. Chillet's pretty dope in the beginning. Little ice shots, little back shots, boom. Once ice shows, definitely throw the pal sphere. You have definitely a higher chance of getting him when you're doing that. And 2 shakes, and then I'm good to go. And we'll just knock out this other tree font, and boom. Somewhere in between, I went back to the black market cellar and grabbed a robin quill to help me around the base. I did some organization, and then I put some points into my Ingram so I can start getting more things, like Mega Pal Spheres, a Sphere Workbench, a feed bag. I then upgraded my base to level 8. After being content with my squad, I decided to look over them all. Very grass heavy, but that's okay. They're all pretty powerful pals. It was then time to get some shut-eye and get ready for the next day 5. So, once I woke up on day 5, I decided, you know what, I'm going to feed my pal some baked berries for breakfast, and then I'm going to head on over to fight the boss. Now, for those who have never gone against Zoe and Griswold, those two are just so much fun to go against for the first time. I know most of you have seen the intros, but they're pretty cool. Now, since I have a grass heavy team, or ground and grass heavy team, it's not going to be a very hard fight. I just have to let Elgrove basically get out there, knock him down, knock him back, and I can just sit by and let him do the battle. Remember where you can get a bounty on yourself and then bring the PDF in here, and then they would shoot and kill the boss, and then you could capture the boss? Man, that was so much fun. Well, Elgrove runs through their team like the Kool-Aid Man, and I have defeated the first boss. In celebration of my win, I grab Chillet and we take the high dive into the pool below. I was making my way home, and then I stumbled upon a dire howl nest, and I decided, you know what, I need another challenge just like I have with the boss fight. So I threw out the Robin Quill, and I started letting him get into the battles and get some experience. It wasn't going well for him since I needed more of an AoE damage attacks, and he wasn't really doing that, so I brought out Elgrove, and he immediately started just mowing him down. That grass, build for his attack, he drained him quick. I then got into this intense battle with the Thwacked, and boy was I getting thwacked up. He didn't like the back shot, so I decided I'm going to keep throwing Palspheres. That wasn't working, so I brought out the Robin Quill, and I immediately thought if Robin Quill actually cracked him one, it wouldn't be very good. So I let him get a couple of the Razor Blades out, and then I threw the Palsphere, and I was able to capture him. I then went back to my base and decided to grab some Water Pals so I can go against Arsox and add him to my team so I can have a better Kindling Pal at the base. It was a pretty easy matchup. Relaxosaurus pretty much took care of the whole thing. I just waited till he got him to a low enough amount of health, and I threw the back shot. Oh well, he kind of turned to the side, but regardless, it was a critical shot, and we went ahead and added Arsox to the team. I then returned to base and applied my effigies to my Power Pal statue, and then decided to go ahead and check on my eggs, see what times they're at, and then went downstairs and got some shut-eye. On day 6, I pushed my way north, and I found a pal encampment, and I decided that I was going to save the pal so I can get the gold kitty. They didn't put up much of a fight, so I just took them out. I'm really not sure what's going on with these enemies, because usually before they just be attacking and attacking, but I was able to save the Mao and got my Peach, and I have a Mao now, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and put it in the base so you can start giving me some coins. I then made my way over to the Gobfin's turf, and I wasn't really going for the Gobfins. I was mainly just there to get more of the fast travel points and stay away from the blow up birds, because those things are just awful. I returned to my area that evening and decided to go ahead and check in on the Black Marketeer, see if he has anything that I need or want. And I decided, I think I need a fox part to get in there and be able to see, because I don't know if you guys have ever tried to get in there and try to see anything in the dark, but you cannot get out of there unless you have like a fire pal. So I decided to go ahead and grab fox parts and go in there. On day 7, I made my way over to the Pal Reservation to grab some of the specialty pals like Lunaris, just so I could have a better pal in the base who's good with the handiwork and the transportation. She did put up a pretty good fight, but I did end up throwing a lot of spheres and missing, which was crazy to me, like that, and just, Jesus, I need to work on my aim, but I'm on a controller, so, forgive me. I did catch her on this one, though, and she had the awesome Wellness Watcher perk to it. I then went for this valet, and I thought I caught her on this one, but I definitely didn't. So I shot her a couple arrows, and I really thought I had her on this one. I felt it. I was like, you have like no health anymore. So I kept throwing Palspheres at it, and I do believe I'm able to capture her right here with the 2 shakes. Yep, she's part of the squad now. I made my way back to base, and I decided to make a cooking pot, upgrade my base to level 9, and now I'm going to go ahead and probably build another base here in between, just to start getting some coal and some iron ore. I also finished building the cooking pot and then upgraded my base to level 10. As night settled in, as you can see, I got a Hell Zephyr, so I tried to see if I could upgrade it or anything, and I just decided not to. As you can see, I upgraded the egg pen area and got a couple more eggs, and then I went downstairs and got ready for bed so I could wake up for day 8. On day 8, I pushed further west to the foot of the volcano to look for some huge fire eggs. I wasn't able to get much of the recordings, but it was successful. I stayed out for all of day 8 and returned on day 9 with a few fire eggs. I also came back to find that some of my eggs were done incubating, so I went ahead and opened them, and I got a bronze cherry, and which was going to be good for breeding and finding better pals out in the wild, but I don't usually add it to my team, and I did get a Relaxosaurus. That one wasn't done yet, so I put my new fire eggs in there to incubate, and hopefully I get something good. After setting my new eggs to be incubated, the huge verdant egg was done, so I went ahead and opened it, and it was another bronze cherry. After my eggs were set, I went down and decided to check on and see how the work of my pals was going. I went ahead and grabbed the fiber, but then a raid. And I don't think I've actually had a raid yet, so I was actually pretty excited. And I was like, oh, it's going to begin in 5 minutes. Okay. Let me see let me get my stuff and get it placed and get it organized, and then I'll go ahead and see what this raid's all about. Now, last time I played Palworld before 1.0, when raids were about to begin, they just would start, so I didn't know I actually had to talk to this guy. If you talk to him, you can give him like 1,000 gold, and you don't have to do the raid, but I was like, you know what, we don't negotiate with terrorists, so we're just gonna, destroy you. So the raid begins, and I know what to expect because I usually have this spot when I was playing Palworld because it takes them a long time to come up here, and my pals just can light them up whenever they get too close. So my pals did exactly that. They started just destroying all these things. I caught one of the lease punks and decided, you know what, just because you attacked my base, we're going to give you a little bit of reform, and then the raid was defeated. In celebration, I decided to make my way back to the abandoned mine shaft to see if the Dark Pal market seller had any fun things for me to buy. And when I was going down there, I was really hoping he had like a Mammarest, because in my opinion, that's one of the best early game pals. And lo and behold, he did. It had heavyweight, which is perfect, exactly what I wanted. So I went ahead and bought him. I then made my way over to the sand dune area where I saw a familiar sight of Mammarest just getting into it, so I decided maybe I could take advantage of this and try and grab one. I didn't know I was aiming for either one of them. I did not have an idea of which one I wanted in mind, and that one just didn't want to be caught, so he obviously seemed like the stronger one, and the other one died, so I was like, okay, maybe this is the stronger one. And after 3 hyperspheres, I was able to capture him, and he was way better than the one I bought. I then grabbed another fast travel point in the location next to Anubis so I can come back and grab him at any time. I then went on to apply some of the Ingrams. Knowing now, I definitely didn't need to buy the musket Ingram, and I could have saved the money on that, because if you didn't know, you can just use the blueprints instead of actually needing to buy the weapons Ingrams. I then went back to the Pal reservation and tried my hand at doing some fishing. I am not very good at when I first started doing this when it came to fishing. This is super easy, but like later on when I start fishing later on in the video, it gets so much harder. But I don't know why I thought this was so hard, but boy, it threw me through a loop. But I was rewarded with an Azarobi with, Alpha Boss Pal. I ran into a Lunaris while it was sleeping and decided that I would try to capture one, because 2 Lunaris at the base is better than 1, and it did not want to be captured. So I decided to put the hurt on it and decided to, do my best to throw a Megasphere at it, and that almost worked better than the Hyper Megasphere, but that didn't work either, so I used the Gigasphere, and then it decided to come on home. But it did not have a very good stat line, so that's okay. It will just be a work pal. I then tried my hand again at fishing. I ended up pulling out a Killamari Primo, I don't know. My Killamari cousin pal. Welcome to the team. Back at base on day 11, as you can see, some of the eggs hatched, and I got a Blazemut and a Ragnarok. And I decided to check on some of my base and make sure everything's good to go. Blazemut being one of the best kindling pals in the mid-tier of the game, but I guess I'm still in the beginning because I'm on day 11, but as you can see, he's just flying through those ingots like it's nothing. I then decided to push my way east, and I leveled up to level 23. I found the sealed realm of the Frigid Fox. Pushing further east, I heard the distinct sound of a lucky pal, so I decided to check out and see what it was. It ended up being a Rib Bunny. So I thought it'd be easy and I could just throw this pal sphere at it. 62% chance, like come on, I gotta get it. But it definitely deflected the 62%, so I was like, dang. So I decided to let Chillet do a little persuading, and while I was capturing that, he was handling the riffraff, and then I was able to get this Rib Bunny lucky pal. I then found myself in conflict with a Dinosaur, so me and Chillet decided that we would try and capture it, and the Dinosaur's a level, 37, 27, so I was like, okay, I could probably get this one with a Gigasphere, but for some reason, my spheres just don't want, the higher level spheres just don't want to be helpful right now, So I threw a Megasphere, thinking that I could get it with this one. It looked a little promising. Boom, we have a Dinosaur. After my exploring, I decided to return to base and build a PAL expedition station. Now, if you don't know a PAL expedition station, you can send your pals on expeditions and they can bring home some loot, so that's a good trade-off. And so I decided to start building it, and as you can see, I have a little help from my friends, so I'm able to build it pretty quick. Once that was done, I went over to my PAL base and upgraded my base to level 11. That evening, I set my pals off for an expedition. Good luck and Godspeed, you guys, and bring Daddy back some wonderful loot. Then I decided it was time to turn in and get ready for bed. So on the morning of day 12, I woke up and decided to put some stats into Blazemut because he's kind of a boss. I then proceeded to go ahead and open up some of my eggs, and since this one was almost done, and then it came out to be a Bushy. And I was like, whoa, okay, well, now I want the alpha boss pal of Bushy. And this battle was pretty easy. I had a lot of water pals, and so the only thing I was having trouble with was actually catching him. And as you can see, he just does not want to like stay in the pal sphere. And the game is even calling him a cheeky bastard. So I feel like it's okay to call him that if he's being one. So the game says it, I can say it, don't demonetize me. Regardless, I was able to get him, and he had aggressive, which was cool, 20% chance to attack. I then lost Elgrove when I was fighting the Vixie, and I was like, oh man, like the Elgrove was with us when we fought the first pal. Oh boy, like then Chilla died, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I am not going to survive this battle, so hopefully Blazemut can like last until the end. I then had a legendary sphere. I was like, I can't die here. It's hardcore. If I die, I'm going to have to start over, and that's not going to happen. I ended up catching her, woke up the next morning, didn't really know how to feel. I lost 2 crucial pals, so I kind of spent the day just doing some organizing, trying to take my mind off how I lost these 2 awesome pals against a Wixen. But the Wixen was a level 38, so I guess I need to prepare better before I go into these boss battles. So what do? Oh, I just jump into another boss battle because I guess I didn't learn my lesson, but Lily and Lylene are kind of easy because it's all just grass pals, and I have a lot of fire pals, so I just decided that it'd probably be a good pick-me-up, you know? So, boy, coming in like an anime character, super tough. As you can see, the battle was pretty easy. Once you have a Wixen or Blazemut and a Bushy, doing damage to her is pretty easy. So she got knocked out pretty easily, and that's my second boss kill on day 13. I do gotta say, I do like how they give you like these key spheres. It's kind of like gym badges from Pokemon, or the stones in Zelda. I just like that. That's pretty cool to me. So I returned to base and decided to see what expeditions I had, and I did get the new Secret Realm of the Forest to send my pals out on that since I beat Lily and Lylene. I didn't end up sending them on that one yet, but I did go ahead and do some upgrading on my Ingrams. I didn't need to buy that because I had found a better Ingram for it. I'm not sure why I did that. I actually also didn't need the human power thing generator. Didn't need that. It was silly of me, but I went fishing, decided to celebrate because I think fishing in this game is super fun, and this is next to the small settlement area next to the fire location. As you can see, this fish it's coming in pretty easily. It's not one of those purple ones that, spout out of the water, but I did get another cousin of the Killamari variety, so that was fun, awesome. I then found myself in a battle with a Capricorn knocked. And I was going to use this to get some poison glands in the ranch area of my base, because you never know when you need the venom glands. And as you guys can see, the Gigasphere I threw, for some reason, just didn't want to work on her for the first time, even though it was a back shot. So I decided to give it to her from the front, and she seemed to appreciate that a little bit better, and she decided to join the team. I then stumbled upon an enemy settlement, and I saw an R-Sox in there, and I could always use another R-Sox. And as you can see, I have my Hell Zephyr out here, and this is one of my favorite flying mounts in the beginning because it's a Hell Zephyr. This thing just looks super cool. So I ended up freeing this R-Sox and going into the dungeon behind it. So at some point after this dungeon, I got a wild hair up my ass and decided, you know what, it's time to go get Grisbolt, because he's definitely one of the coolest pals out there. So I got pretty good at dodging Grisbolt's attacks here. Boom. If you like dodge right before he hits the ground, you're not going to get hit, even though it looked like I probably should have been hit there. But I decided to throw a Gigasphere at him. I actually meant to throw, well, I threw a Megasphere, but I actually meant to throw a Gigasphere. But the Megaspheres just seemed to be a lot better for me than the Gigasphere. So I made it back to my base on the morning of day 14. Super excited. I have a Grisbolt, and checking on the eggs, and one of the fire eggs is done, the huge one. So I think it's another Blaze Mutt. It sure is. This one's a little bit better than the other one that I have, but he's just going to be a good worker pal. So then I decided to take Grisbolt out for a test drive, and as you can see, he just laid waste to all of these Relaxosauruses out here. Like, Grisbolt, just AoE attacks are awesome and so much fun to use. And the Gigaspheres, like usual, are just not working as well as the Megaspheres, but I decided to believe that, hey, I can get this guy. He's gonna join my team, or at least he's gonna be at my base. So I did some flying around with Hell Zephyr, and I found a chest, and I got a green must ticket, which was cool. And I heard the chiming, and I was like, what? You know what? I'm not gonna go for this one, because we all know that whenever you try to go for those things and they blow up, you just die. And even though I have a herbal, I don't want to risk a pal just getting blown up just because that thing was lucky. But I did end up grabbing one of these effigies here, a Lunaris one. So after a bit more exploration, I returned home to get some shut-eye and get ready to go on day 15. So got up, looked at all my pals, they're looking pretty cool, stared off into the sunrise, said what's up, go up here, check on my eggs. You know, I have a routine. I like to go up, check on my eggs, see what the timer's at, and then I went off and decided to go to the volcano area. Didn't want that damn big because I feel like it was probably going to be a Gobfin or something like that. And then I decided to try and open one of these thingamabobs. If you open them, they give you some fun stuff here. I like this little minigame one to get the whatever's inside of it. Super cool. Ends up being a defense pendant schematic. On the night of day 15, I decided to go against the oil rig that's right outside my base and see what I can get out of it. I took Bushy and I took Grisbolt, and they are just mowing down these guys. I got my new machine gun, so I'm having a good old time just killing enemies and getting some XP. Leveling up to level 29, super awesome, enjoy that. So then I'm going upstairs to the oil rig and seeing Bushy just take out these guys and making my life really easy. I love how these machine gun things just shoot in between you and they don't actually hurt you unless, like, I don't even know how you get hit by these things. But this Grimtail was trying to attack us pretty good, so I decided to add it to the squad because, you know, it had some feisty mentality there, and I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'll add a Grimtail. That thing's pretty cool. Ended up being the morning of day 16 while I was out here fighting, and ended up decided to try and take out these guys a little bit more. Decided I would take this guy's dig toys because he threw out a dig toy. So I was like, man, I love having those things for mining ore and things like that. So thank you for that, Mr. Flamethrower guy. Really appreciate that. I ended up defeating this whole thing, but I guess I didn't get recorded when I grabbed the chest up there. It had some oil, or crude oil, so that was pretty cool. I then made my way over to the desert PAL reservation, number 2. Oh wait, no, this is number 3. So I made it over there, didn't find anything that I wanted or needed, and I saw those little helicopter things zipping around at the top, so I decided I didn't want to hang out with it, especially since they have like 800,000 health. Uh, so I decided, you know what, I will live to fight another day on this one. Um, I went to try and get some surf ants, but Grisbolt kind of just he wrecks everything he touches. I did get this one though, just to have it, I guess. I then flew around in the desert a little bit more. I'm not sure what I was looking for, but I did see a beacon, and I know that it is faster than the Hells at first, so I decided to go ahead and sneak up to it while it was sleeping, maybe give it one of the good old back shots, and maybe just, without having to fight, just get them. So I threw an Ultra Sphere at it, and lo and behold, on the first throw, I actually get a sleeping beacon, which is awesome. I did find some crazy menace things, and I know what those pals do, and I know what those pals that are like glowing red, that they just can destroy me. So I didn't really want to mess with it at the moment. So I just grabbed some more fast travel points next to the boss area for whenever I was ready to fight this boss. And as you can see, these menace things are vicious. They just killed that guy for no reason. They are just aggro tempered all the time. I then found a Musan Deluxe when I was doing my venturing more east, southeast, I guess, because this is southeast of the desert location. He put up a pretty good fight, but Blazemutt's kind of a dog, so I let him get that punch in, but I really should have pulled Blazemutt after he sent that punch. But he did end up joining the team, and I leveled up to level 32, which was awesome. I then flew around and collected some of these awesome, beautiful travel points, and I used the air tunnel thing to blast up there and check out the new view location, and boy, I'm gonna conquer that area, I'm gonna conquer that area, I'm gonna conquer that area. That's whatever I think whenever I get one of these things, and I get an extra point, so it's always good to grab these, especially if you don't have any of the map lit up, so it's always good to go out and find those. I found one of these islands that looks like, like a shipwrecked island or something like that, and I saw a pal that I hadn't seen yet. It's a gloopy, so I was like, oh, I don't have this one yet, I might as well see what I can get with it. And then it did a smoke screen move, which I had never seen before, which is kind of cool. Looks more effective than the one that I've ever had in Pokemon. So I grabbed one of those, and I got some gloopy tendrils, which I guess you can make into some food. Checked around in all these caverns for some things. Sometimes there's chests or Dogecoins. I then found one of these things, and I don't think I had seen one of them, but then I was like, wait, I have an electric pal. I can probably make this work. So I used Grisbolt to unlock it for me, because he's a good old boy, and I was able to get some Dogecoins and some electricity organs. And then I decided that, you know what, I'm going to collect all of the trash on the beach, because I'm a good citizen, and get some stuff out of it, get some spheres, get some coins, and then I went ahead and dipped out. Upon my triumphant expedition, I returned home to a gift of a treasure chest at my base, which I absolutely love. I decided to build and upgrade my base a little bit more and make the workbench here. I don't know why I made it like this. It doesn't really fit, but you know what? It'll do for now. It's definitely not going to be what I use for everyday life and stuff like that. It'll be upgraded eventually. So I just built it and have the ability to make weapons that I really want. So I started building the legendary Meow Blade, because that thing's awesome, and it's actually, in my opinion, way better than any of the pickaxes or axes. So I started building that, and then I upgraded my base, and I got my base to be level 12, which is awesome. I heard a shiny thing, I heard it. And so I decided to get on Beacon, because I built a saddle for him, and I decided to try and find it. It's over there on the right, looks to be a ruby. So I was like, you know what, time to get a ruby. That's going to be a lucky pal to join the team. So off the back of Beacon with the Mega Sphere, I go ahead and try and capture this ruby, and it doesn't put up much of a fight because it sees how good my base is, so it's like, yeah, I'm happy to join. I then decided to go to the starting area and decide to take on the Mammorest. And I was like, you know what? It's about time I take out this guy. I've always wanted to take him out, and every hardcore playthrough that I tried to get that I went through, I actually have never taken this guy out. So I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to get a big boy in the base, and just he's gonna clobber everybody. He's gonna protect the base. He's gonna do all my things. So 2 shakes and I got him. He has joined. I then returned to base and decided that it was time to build some V1 armor. This is awesome. I've never had this, and this wasn't in the initial game either. So I was like, it looked like that thing from the Pixar animations. So yeah, it's gonna keep me alive. And when playing hardcore, it's all about staying alive. So I decided to head off to bed and get ready for day 19. I wake up and I see Grisbolt doing some weirdness over here. He's being a little crazy, but that's okay. I then went on to take on the King P.E.K.K.A. and get him knocked out just so I can get some more XP and get some more Ingram points. He takes him on pretty easily, but I was like, well, where's that attack? But then I finally saw it. But yep, we took on King P.E.K.K.A., threw a hypersphere at it, and Grisbolt is just having the time of his life, getting upset that he didn't get to take him out completely, but we did catch King P.E.K.K.A. So I use this as a reference to see where I'm actually at, and I'm actually on day 22 and not day 19. So going forward, I'm lost a few days. I'm not sure where they were not recorded or recorded to, so I just made it day 22. And so day 22, I'm going against the Univolt boss. He's getting pretty messed up by Bushy here, so I decided to catch him using a hypersphere, and he went in pretty easily. Didn't put up much of a fight. So got him knocked out and decided to go on home and do my normal checks. Go and check on the eggs. I built one of these pal things to assign certain pals to do certain tasks, which is pretty helpful. I then went and checked on the breeding pen because this is at the time I'm starting to try and make a Dormantide, because I didn't want to try and get the level 55 one yet because I thought it'd be a while. So I wanted one a little bit early to help out with tasks around here, and overall Dormantide is just one of the coolest pals to have. People say he's overrated. I don't think so. So on day 23, I woke up and I checked on some of the eggs that I had up here, and I opened up my Hughes Dragon egg, and I ended up being an Alphadron. Then I ended up going into the realm of the Frozen Sea and getting a Panglet. I was trying to see if I could take him on with just my gun and just grab him for the base and doing a little stuff, but as you can see, they're lighting me up. So I threw the ball at Peng King, and I let Grisbolt take out the rest of the little ones because they were just, I didn't need to take him out. He likes doing this. He likes beating up the little guys. So I went back to base to check out and see how everyone's doing, grabbed some bread. It wasn't cooking as fast as I wanted to, so I grabbed out Blazemut and I told him to make some bread, and he decided, yep, I'm gonna do that. And so I went to bed and then got up for day 24, and I was like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do today, but that speed remedy stuff was being brewed for me, so that's pretty cool. I decided to go ahead and fast travel over to a little bit part of the north where the Gobfins are. I saw some B grades and I was like, oh Jesus, please, I don't really need to be killed like that, because I did need some honey so I can make some cake so I can keep the breeding program going. Did end up getting a pretty good B grade, got out of there before they decided to run up and blow up on me. I did see some the monkeys over there. I let them kind of do their thing, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go get a gorilla just for fun. I'll see what I can do, right? Like, what's the worst thing that happened? He's the one who beat up the other guy, so I decided, you know what? You're probably the stronger one, so I'll take you home with me. 71% catch rate, so I mean, he's obviously gonna come home with me, not hard. I did see a tarantula thing over there, so I was like, you know what? I don't have one of you yet, so I will try and get you. She was putting a little bit of a hurting on my beacon there, so I had to take out the Blazemut and, burn her up a little bit, teach her a lesson. Like, how dare you hit my beacon? Like, that's probably one of my favorite birds out there. Just, no, we're not gonna let that happen. So we decided to capture her and take her home to the base with us, and yeah, that's how we got the Tyrantris. What's funny is I have 2 bases. You can see them there, but I don't hardly have any recordings of that one. I don't know why. I definitely took recordings of me placing that base out there, but mainly it's just to get coal and iron ore. I returned home to start making some cakes to continue my breeding program in order to get the Jormuntide. So I cooked some cakes. I put them in there. I think if you do Bushy and Penking, it gets one of the first parts of it done. I forgot the whole breeding program, but I can put it down in the description if you guys want to see the websites that I use in order to get them, or in order to breed in the early mid game part, because I would say I'm at a quarter of the way through. So yeah. So it was here that I think I discovered that they're both males. So I went to try and get another Bushy to see if I could get a female. I think this one did turn out to be a female, so I could actually have them breed and get me the results that I would like. So after a few missed Pal Sphere throws and a few missed attempts at capturing it, I was able to capture it, and hoping that when I get it home it'll be a female, because it doesn't tell me right there if it is or not. So I went back to base and it sure was a female. So I went up to my fixed assignments, and I went ahead and put the new Bushy in there so I can have the female one, the female boss, and the male boss, so I can kind of keep getting that alpha trait going. At this time I didn't know a lot about how to breed specifically. I just kind of saw what I had to do in order to put them together and what the result would be. So they started to work, so I was giving them their privacy. I went upstairs to check on my eggs to see which one was done. It looked like the large dragon egg was done, and it turned out to be an alpha drawn again. I did go out on another adventure, and I ended up finding a lot of eggs, a lot of ice eggs this time. I did find a large verdant egg, and it had a leaf on in it, so that was pretty cool. I did go out also and find one of the meteorite pals, and it ended up being a Xenagard. So I thought that thing was super cool. I had never seen it before, so I was like, oh man, what is this? I gotta see what this thing does. So I eventually made my way over to the Penglet or the Penking arena, because I wanted to see what this pal could really do. And now I know ice and against dragon pal is really not the best idea, but I gave it a shot anyways, just to see what kind of power it was holding there. Decided to catch another Penking there, just, you know, it's better to have more, and trying to get those effigy things in order to level up the movement speed. So I got that and I liked it, so I went on to another exploration. So it's at this time that I realized that I need more of the purple Ingram points. So I went out to try and defeat some of the world bosses, or at least try and catch them. So I found the Bronze Cherry world boss here. So took out Blazemut, and I thought, you know what, he's just gonna do like a little fire thing, but no. This man exploded and one shot this Bronze Cherry. So I was like, okay, well, I'm pretty much unstoppable now for this level of the region. So I could take out this alpha boss, whatever kind of pal this thing is, and kablooey, that thing didn't even stand a chance. So I just went back. I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to start catching these things, you know. I want to catch some of the like world boss pals that are just on the surface. So I went down to the Fangalope cave here, under the Hidden Falls mine shaft, and decided that I'd try to get this one. I wasn't gonna use Blazemut, so I put out the Xenolord there, or Xenagard, and let him do some work there. I had a feeling that I could actually catch this Fangalope, because I wasn't just gonna explode on him with Blazemut. So I let him work it down a little bit, get its health down. I was gonna go for the back shot, but it turned around at me because I got a little too close. So, you know, took it on the side like a champ, and ended up catching the Fangalope. I then continued my adventure with going and taking out some more of the bounties. So I found this guy, and I decided, you know what? It's time for you to pay for your crimes, you evildoer. Serial cheater. So, yeah. time for him to go. So taken out pretty quick. I then found myself another high tower fast travel and looked at all the worlds that I will conquer here soon. I then stumbled upon some Relaxosaurus Luxes, but decided that they were level 50 and I'm level like 34 or something, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take out these Intimidators here and collect the bounty on them. Blazemut did the impressive just kablooey on them, and they were wiped from the face of the earth. I then stumbled upon a dire howl, and I decided, you know what, I'll go ahead and capture him because I do need the purple Ingram points here. So Xenogard was doing his job. I threw the sphere there and had to dodge all the lava on the floor, but I ended up getting him down pretty low and then throwing one of the Gigaspheres. Hit him off the side, you know, that'll do. Hopefully it'll catch him. Let's see, maybe 2 shakes. I then made my way to the sand area where I found one of the beacons of experience. I got a little bit too far away, but I had to defeat a fiddler. So I got next to it again. The fiddler popped out, and beacon pretty much just tanks him out pretty quick. And went ahead and cleared that. I believe I got a couple of schematics. Yep, ring of his resistance there, ice existence, but I had to take some stuff out of my inventory in order for me to get it. So electric resistance, which is funny because I used an electric POW, so that worked. I returned back to base on day 27 and found out that I was going to be raided. But you know what? I wasn't even going to try and negotiate with these guys this time. I think I actually went in there and killed the guy before he could even talk to me, but I'm not sure. So waited for these guys to come around. My pals were waiting. I always fire the first shots as any good general should, and mercy hit those guys, but the fireworks really come here with these dire howls, I believe. Everybody just goes completely insane, like all these Naruto moves that are being done right now. It's pretty funny. Didn't end up wanting to catch any of them, didn't need a dire howl, didn't need anything else that they could have provided me, so I just took all their loot that they gave me, such as keys, coins, bait, whatever they had for me. So I would say successful raid. I don't understand why they're even a thing, but they are pretty fun. I then found myself at the beginning again because I decided that I needed some wool or some eggs to start completing more cooking. So I decided just to go catch a chickpea and then bring it back to base so I can start that whole process going. And of course I'm going to catch it because I'm like level 38 and the chickpea's level 1, so no problems there. So according to my recordings, I went on a little bit of a chickpea extermination to get some eggs, and then I was sitting and looking around for more, but then I heard the wonderful sound of a lucky pal, so I got close and then just went ahead and threw the pal sphere at it. Didn't think it was going to be that hard to catch since it's such a low level, but it still is a lucky pal, but I was able to get it. I had a lot of weird perks, but I mean, that's fine. It'll last. It's a lucky pal. It'll go on the base and it'll probably just sit there in the box, but at least I got a lucky one. I gathered some berries because I needed those to make the cake. I don't know why I thought I would really want this Chojiro right there, but I decided I probably didn't have one, so I need one. But then he didn't want to be caught, so I just let him up because he upset me. That's what you get when you don't join my team, We offer the best stuff. So I returned home on day 27 and then got into bed and dreamt about all the exterminating I did that day. Day 28 started off as normal. I checked on the base and made sure everything was good to go. Everyone was working how they should. I put Blazemut to make me some cake, so I continue my breeding program for a Dormitide. I then checked on some eggs to see if they were done yet. I assigned some pals to the cooler there, so because I had some ice eggs, I believe, and I wanted to have their time go a little bit faster. So then those eggs finished, so or at least a couple of them did, but the other one's gonna finish by the time I'm done opening this one. Turned out to be a Wixen, which was cool, and then this one turned out to be a Blazemut. Didn't have any of the good qualities of the other one, so he'll be a base worker for the most part. I then added the Jolt Hog so he could use my freezer. Well, just work on the freezer and sit there. I then went to the other base, and this is the first time you guys have actually seen it. This is where everybody works and does all the coal mining and the iron ore farming that I use. I bought this guy's Hookrates because I didn't have it, and I always accept weird pals from them. I don't have any reason not to. They're fairly cheap, and you never know what you're gonna get for their passive, so it's kind of fun. So my ice eggs finished, so I went to go open them and see what I got. The first one turned out to be a frost plume, which I needed for the Jormuntide making. So I think I got 2 males out of this one. So I had to continue with them breeding again so I could try again to get the female. Then I went to the ice area and decided to do a little bit of exploring here. As you can see, I found an egg here, a large frozen one. Didn't know it was probably going to be. I think that one actually turned out to be a Fangalope, but I guess we'll see later on in the video. Saw a Mammoth Crest, and decided, you know what, I don't have you yet. It'll be fun to have you. So I sent Blazemut out there, but you know what Blazemut does? He just automatically explodes and kills everything, and I don't even know why I did that. I was like, you know what? I gotta know better than to just throw Blazemut out there and let him try and get me a POW or get him low enough. He's just gonna destroy them because he's got such high attack and fire against ice. It's never gonna win. I found myself scaling a mountain on day 29 for some reason. I did not know how high it was, and I did not know Beacon couldn't actually reach the top of it. So I ended up just falling and thinking, oh, maybe I'll just catch Beacon, but I missed. I ended up falling completely down, dying, but I got Herbal. And this is exactly why Herbal is always in the party, because he's the best boy and he always keeps me alive. I decided, you know what? Screw that, I'm going fishing. I decided to try and catch a fish here on one of the ice islands, and I ended up catching what is this? A Polipup. Looks like one of those ice cream Pokemon things, but went ahead and got back to base, and after my near-death experience, and started adding a couple new pals in there and to the base so I can get some more work done, and put all the other ice eggs that I had to try and get the Phlox Plume thing going so I can get the Jormuntide. So that's what I worked on for day 29 and 30. Oh wait, we have an egg coming up, so looks like we got another Mammoth. Very cool. So I also did some organizing when I got an alert that the visitor had came into the village or entered the base. So I decided to go ahead and just finish my organizing here and put stuff where they need to go. As you can see, it's all jumbled and messed up, so I need to eventually I will be having more organized boxes. I went to go see what this guy had to offer. He offered me a fiddler, so of course I took him, added him to the squad. And then for day 31, I went to the ice area and decided to go ahead and get the high tower beacon fast travel point up here. And then looked at all the ice lands so I could unlock and see what everything was around here. I then made my way over to the Japanese Sakura Blossom area and picked up one of the Relaxosaurus effigies. And then I walked over and went to go get the chest over there, but I was kind of scared because I haven't really been over there in this area. I think I came over here once when it was kind of released in the regular Palworld before 1.0, so I didn't know if that thing was going to attack me, but it didn't. So I then picked up the mobile phone of experience and made my way over to some of the desert islands over there off to the south of it. Picked up another fast travel point, and then decided to hurry on back home so I could get some rest. On the night of what should be day 32, and I realized that when I was going through the editing process that it should be day 32, but I had to use 2 different apps and stuff like that, so it was kind of hard to go back through and change it. So we're just going to call this day 32. The thing is wrong, but it will be adjusted eventually. You can see Blazemud just completely destroyed this valet thing again. And I was leaving, and I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go back home or fly around or do something. But I saw a huge verdant egg, so I was like, okay, I'll grab this one. And boom. But then I was like, there's no way. There's no one right there underneath the fast travel point. So what do? I go ahead and get Beacon some more stamina. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and grab this other huge verdant egg and then rush home and get them into the incubators. But first I made a stop at the small settlement and I sold some of the precious entrails and things that I can just sell that I don't need. So made that sale, got some more money, maybe in order, well, I don't need to go to the black market salesman anymore. So now I'm on the morning of probably day 33, but like I said, I must have missed it during the editing process, so it'll eventually work itself out and you'll see. So I'll go ahead and apply some of these eggs into the holders or into the incubators. I open up my huge rock egg and I get a duolith, and I have not seen a duolith yet. I'm like, dude, what is this thing? I'm pretty excited about it, so I go ahead and place these eggs and I sort the inventory and I take it out because I'm like, dude, I've never seen this thing before. So I go ahead and put it in my party. Well, no, I put it to work to see what it does. And when it comes out, I'm like, dude, this thing is just cool looking, pretty big, pretty hefty. Looks like it could do some damage. But then I later saw some videos of people using them on Facebook and just clearing woods with them. So I thought that was a pretty cool bow to have in the base. So he got to stay at work. I then built the altar because I was like, oh, what does this thing do? So I clicked on it and I had a Bellinor slab, so I was like, okay. And I started reading them and seeing what they did, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'm ready for that yet, because funnily enough, in a previous playthrough that I had watched of somebody's, they did that, and I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. So I definitely didn't do it, and I definitely don't have the powers to do it yet, so I didn't just pull the trigger on it. Very cautious when it comes to this playthrough because I don't want to die. And I know Herbal can keep me alive, but I really like to keep my pals alive in the base as well. I opened up a huge normal egg, and I got a Grimtail out of it. I then went to upgrade my base again and become a level 14 base, and now I have one away from having 3 bases. I then went back to the ice area and found a meteorite and all these Xenovators around it, so I thought maybe I could try to get 1 or 2. So I sent Blazemud out there just to kind of, slim down the numbers, and I did not know that they were like pretty powerful. So, and they're level 42, and by this time I'm level 42. But there was a lot of them, and I had actually really never seen any of these before. So I did knock them out, and I took the meteorite. And then I went back to base and started working on putting some pals to work, like put the ice hog on the fridge, and opened up some more eggs. The large verdant egg that I found that one night had a dinosaur, which was pretty cool, and I think that large frozen egg that I found when I was out there in the wild was actually the Univolt, which is one of the things I needed for the Dormantide. And I also got a Wumpo baton. I then went to my pal bench to create the Xenoguard saddle because I actually didn't know if I could actually ride it and what it did. So I started building the saddle on that one. Another one of my ice eggs became ready to pop, so I got another Univolt, which is super cool. So that's gonna, hopefully that was a girl, so I can actually continue on the Dormantide breeding. Then I think this is day 35. I went off to bed and then woke up on day 30, probably 6 or 7, and it wasn't ready yet, so I continued on with the breeding stuff and checked out the base a little bit, seeing what's being made, grabbed some PAL spheres, finished the saddle, got on it, didn't know if I could fly or anything, but did not look like I could, but it was still a pretty cool mount to ride because I've never ridden this thing before and it looks pretty sweet. So I decided to take a little target practice with it, and then took down that Nightwing and went through the map because it was just useless, like all Nightwings typically are. Sorry if you like Nightwing, I just find it to be the most useless bird mount out there. I then upgraded my bed to the simply awesome bed or something like that, the way better one. Took some time building it, so I took it for a test drive, see how it fit, nice and snug, love it. Not sure if it gives me any benefits, but still nice to have an upgrade for myself. So the night of day 37, 38, I just checked around, checked the assignments, headed off to bed in my new fancy bed, and boy, did I get a good night's sleep. So I woke up and flew around to go check out some more high tower beacon tower fast travel points, and checked out all the new lands that I could see. The world trees just looking at me saying, haha, you have to do a lot of things in order to get to me. I went and took out some bounties. They went down pretty easily with Grisvault. They just destroyed. My team destroys these guys. They're really just there for my amusement at this point, getting me some levels, getting me some points. Yeah, these guys were not much of a challenge whatsoever, but the shotgun, man, those shotguns just blow me away. I can't understand how they do so much damage. So I decided to fly to one of the realms of the Frost Flower and decided to go ahead and get in there and take out the Fox Parts Crest. And it was a pretty easy battle. I think, I didn't even try to catch this one. I think I just went out and just blew it up with Grisbolt. I was like, I don't need a Fox Parts Crest for anything, so that was an easy bounty token again. I returned to base and had Blazemont start working in the kitchen of making me some cake so I can continue on my drive to get a Jormuntide, and checked to make sure they had some food. Checked and see, the eggs are almost done, so came up here and decided to open them and see what I get. I believe they're going to be 2 more of the Univolts, which I started to just breed for since I had them, just to find the best one. I got the Mimog effigy for it. I then went to the small settlement village near the volcano and started to buy some items like some hardwood, and realized that I was very overweight, and then made it back to base fairly quick, built a fire so I could start building these dragon eggs, because they're going to be Relaxosaurus Lux, which should be one of the last few before I get the Jormuntide. And then I looked and I saw that they had completed another egg, so I went and grabbed that one too and started incubating that one as well. I then began another adventure, and I found another pal that was in need of some saving. Also, one of the supply drops dropped, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just grab one of those and see what it had. Had some pretty decent stuff, some oil, some of those good potions that can level me up a little bit. This guy was completely oblivious to what was going on around him, so we just took them out. I let the Xenovator take care of most of everything. Wasn't much of a problem. I then went to one of these beacon things again to go ahead and grab one of these effigies, and also get the fast travel location for it. I then continued my adventure and I found a lucky bee guard, and so for some reason I threw out Blazemont because, you know what, I didn't know how close they were. I just wanted to kind of get the queen bee out of the way, but it ended up taking out the lucky pal, so I was kind of bummed on that one. And then she didn't even want to go into the ball, so I was like, you know what, like I almost let Blazemont just out of frustration just like swat her with the swatter, you know what I'm saying? But he was apologetic about it. He didn't mean to. So then I made my way over to the Lunaris temple, and I was like, oh, a boss Lunaris. I don't have one of those yet. So Blazemont did what he did, threw a fireball at her. I had to kind of hold him back because he was gonna hurt her. So I was like, no, I want this one. Please don't kill this one. So she went in pretty willingly after seeing what he had in stock for her, and that was all she wrote on that one. I immediately got back to base and put her to work, and I was pretty pleased to see that she was awesome. This bee guard, or this Elizabeth boss one that I got, had the slacker trait, and I did not have the surgical table because I didn't know the surgical table did yet. But eventually, I would put her to work there and change her passives around. Got some sleep on day 36 and woke up on day 37, checking to see if the eggs were done. As I typically do, I started to build a medium pouch so I can have more pouch space in my backpack. As you can see, I have a couple of new additions. I have a super big chest now. Day 15, or I upgraded my base to level 15. I built a global PAL box thing for all the fun stuff I can ever want and need. I then fast traveled to, I upgraded my base again, to level 16, so now I can have 3 bases. I went over to my my coal and metal base and built them some hot tubs so they can get some relaxation every once in a while. And as you can see, it's pretty bare bones. It's mainly for mining purposes only. And they do get me a lot, especially with blaze mutt and all the other ones that I have here, and as I get some sleep. So I went back to base and found out that my Grizzbolt saddle was finished, so I decided let's go test it out on my favorite PAL to check it out on is Pen King, and I just went to town, just started lighting him up, having a good old time. Didn't finish him off, so apologize for it and put him out of his misery pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know why I bully this Pen King. He's just my, test dummy. I try everything on him and stuff like that. But I went to sleep happy, got some rest, woke up on probably day 40 or 41, but it says day 38 up there, so I do apologize for that. Checking the eggs as I typically do in the mornings to see what I got, and it should be a Relaxosaurus Lux, which, oh no, it's actually a Jormuntide. Wow, I thought I actually finished that line out, so I guess I was wrong. Wow, yep, there's my Jormuntide. So I put Jormuntide in the base and then put it with a Blaze Howl, so I could start getting a Jormuntide Ignis, because that one's definitely the coolest out of the Jormuntides. So I gave them some cake and let them do their work in private, because a little weird to watch. I then went on another fishing trip to where I found out that Austin John actually released a video on how you can get a jet dragon pretty early on. So I decided, well, I want a jet dragon, or jet dragon, however you want to say it. So I made my way over to the Fey Reach Islands. Decided that I definitely need a PAL that's a little bit quicker than Xenogard. So I went and decided that, you know what, I think I'm gonna have to go and get another Chillet. So I flew to where Chillet was and threw out a hypersphere just so I could catch him pretty easily. Didn't want to have to fight him or do anything because I would probably absolutely destroy him. So I got another Chillet, went back to the Fey Reach Islands, and decided to scale a mountain because I couldn't fly. Because if you fly out there without taking out the air anti-flying PAL batteries, they shoot you out of the sky and give you a warning. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna climb. But this is before I knew that I could probably climb up the wall before that thing shot me. But this is just me being cautious because it's hardcore. I went and took out Chillet, and we went for a little bit over here to this high tower beacon, fast travel point, and jumped up there by myself just because every time I've tried to jump up there with Chillet, I just fall back down. So grabbed this one and looked at all the islands, and then saw where I was going to get the Jetragon. So I made my way over to the location where Austin John said that is where we could find them. I couldn't be on Chillet at this point because I was freezing to death, so I took out the Xenolord and we ran all the way up there, trying not to get hit by any of the meme pals around here, because these ones are a little bit more aggro. And as you can see, he's already trying to attack me. That whatever you call bird, Ferris or something like that, Aqua, that thing is just mean. So I continued to run past and saw I hadn't seen those pals yet, but they started to attack me like like they usually do. I got out there and realized that, oh, I need to actually find a way up there. So, but I came back and all my eggs were pretty much done. So I decided to open them all, and there's my Relaxosaurus Lux that I thought I had or that I was gonna get, which is kind of funny because I don't know why I thought I would get the Relaxosaurus Lux before the Jormuntide. This one ended up being a Jormuntide, which was kind of funny. So I get a lot of Jormuntides now. And then I went to go craft a grappling hook because I thought, you know what, I'm not going to try and get shot out of the sky. I'll use a grappling hook. But then these eggs were done too, so I got a bandworm, and then these electric eggs down here I found. Let's see, this one was the Fangalope Lux. So I equipped the grappling hook and tried to get it locked on there, and I was like, okay, I guess I can't just shoot this thing. So I was like, I did all this for nothing. So I took a chance and just started flying up there with beacon, tried to go as fast as I can. I didn't actually get the warning, so I kind of felt a little silly, but I went through the portal, or went through the altar, and ended up getting to the islands. And I was like, whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here in the enchanted firmament. I talked to this person here, and she said, oh, hey, you gotta go do all these tower things and talk to my grandma, because my grandma's kind of a badass, and she's the tower boss. But I wasn't worried about that. I was very much worried about getting the Jetragon. So I was very cautious around here. I didn't know what was going to attack me or not. I just saw in the Austin John thing that it could be done, and that I just needed some ancient pal spheres to do it. So I went around and grabbed some of the trash, got some new pal spheres that I had never seen before, because like I said, when I was playing this before, these were not a thing. So I was pretty excited to see this location. Like, it was super cool, you know. Here's one of the funniest pro moves I've ever done. So I'm trying to fly up there. I'm doing my best. I should have just aimed straight at it, but I didn't know I was actually looking for first. So I'm getting up there. I notice my stamina is going lower, and if I fall down, I'm going straight into the ocean, not even pass and go. I get close enough to it. I'm like, okay, I really gotta like jump off this thing. Grapple hook, skills, got it. I did a little dance. I took a swig of beer. I was pretty proud of myself. I got the fast travel thing up there. Went back to base because I was running out of room in my inventory. This is where I figured out that I could just push B and hit the quick stack button. Also as well, game changer. Like, what? I've been wasting all this time organizing things when I could have just been pushing the B button. I just blows my mind. So I opened up some electric egg that I had in there, and it got a Rayhound, which I don't know, I probably will never use it, but I know they're pretty slick. Did some more things, and opened up an ice one and got a Pyrodon Crest, which I had never seen that one before either, but then I realized they're the ones that look like kind of Skulltulas from Zelda, but just on the ground. But opened up a large electric egg, and I got one of those things that try to attack me, the Azure Mane. I got my Tormentide Ignis, which I was pretty excited about. Got two of them, and so I was pretty like, okay, well, I don't really need these unless I don't have a Jetragon, but I'm gonna get a Jetragon, so I'm not even worried about it. One of my other playthroughs that you probably see in the loading screen sometimes, some guy came up, like one of the wandering salesmen. He came up and gave me one of those puffball things, and I was like, oh, this thing is actually pretty tough, and it's really cool. So I went and just captured it because it was there. I then had the Palsphere, the ancient Palsphere, and I was like, oh, I want an Anubis before I get Jetragon. So I definitely was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait and then throw it and see if it actually works first without pissing off the birds over there. So I threw both my ancient spheres there, hoping that I get him. And my first legendary pal is Anubis. I immediately put him in my base and put him to work because he's the best worker out of all of them, and I was super excited to have him. And now you can see my crafting has just went from some Lunaris to Lunaris, Anubis, and now things are just flying. and these guys are just making my life a lot easier. So that evening I decided that it was time to go ahead and get some rest. I'm not sure why I had Pup in the party. I don't remember what he was for, but I don't need him in there. So I went to bed pondering why I have the Pup in my party, but I don't think it's for anything important. So I woke up on day probably 45 or 46 and made my way over to where I saw that I could get a Shadow Beak, which is definitely one of the coolest pals out there. I flew around for a little bit, conquered my fear of the drone things that will just shoot you out of the sky and just are super rude. And I have the pal spheres now. I have some, high quality pal spheres. So I was like, oh well, I didn't hit you very well, so let me hit you in the face this time. As you can see, that thing almost got me, and I'm kind of shaking. I'm just like, dude, can I just get this thing already? Boom. Shadow Beak is awesome. Can't wait to have it. I got in here, tried to see what I need to do for it. So I was like, okay, let me just make some corrosive solvent real quick so I can have a way better flying pal than Beacon. And not that Beacon's bad, but Shadow Beak's just way cooler. So I had Anubis start working on those, and I helped a little bit. And with the lucky pal that I found, that Lap Bunny, it actually gives it 1+ to handiwork to all the handiwork pals around here. So this thing was done pretty quick, and then I was able to fly with Shadow Beak, and I was so happy, man. It's been a while since I've used the Shadow Beak, and I just think Shadow Beak is one of the coolest pal designs that they actually have out there. So I went back to the floating islands, and I saw a Flare-Knackle, and I was like, I guess I can get it. I have eight spheres, why not? Flare-Knackle, that's what her name is. I don't know why that just came to me, but yep. Grabbed her, snuck behind her, critical back shot. She loves them. She's a fan of them. She agreed to come join the party and be one of my base pals because she's got one of the best hand and fire kindling things. I then found a slow watt, and I was like, oh dude, a lucky pal out here, cool. So I stuck behind him and had another ancient sphere. I didn't notice I dropped one of the training manual things, but I don't even think I went back and grabbed it either. That's crazy. It's funny thing. The things you realize when you're going back on the playthroughs, you're like, what is this? And why does this happen? I got the lucky slow watt, leveled up, and then it was time for Jetragon. So I made my way into the Jetragon cavern, however you want to say it. Saw him there, and I was like, oh boy, and he's sleeping. Bet it's gonna make this a lot easier. So snuck behind him a little bit, tried to get that back shot, but he wasn't even looking. I threw another pal sphere at him, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try and get this as best I can. I don't want to fight him. He's gonna destroy me. And within 2 shakes, I leveled up. I got myself a Jetragon. I was hyped. I was like, oh yeah, grab some Liftmuck effigies, grab some chests, grab everything. I'm a boss. I'm level 49, and I have a level 70 like Jetragon in my party box waiting for me when I get home. Nothing at all can stop me. This Aldebaran thing, I was like, you know what? I'm riding this high. You're gonna get caught too. So me and Shadow Beak got up there in the air. I tried to sneak on behind him a little bit, get a little air, throw the pal sphere at the back. I was like, bro, that just doesn't work. You're too low level. But don't worry, if you hit me in the face, that's because I like it in the face, you're gonna catch me a lot easier. So boom, I got myself an Aldebaran, or Hydrolon, and I was like, man, this isn't so hard. I don't know why I was worried about it coming here at all. I saw a Snock, and I was like, dude, what is this thing? I've never seen this thing before either. So let's grab one of these, and let's use a Soul Sphere, because I'm not going to waste an Ancient Sphere on a snail, electric snail. But I grabbed it, saw it, might as well take it with me. Drop some electric organs, because my inventory is super full. So I went back to base to celebrate my triumphant victory on the floating islands. Saw a lot of my eggs were done, so I was like, okay, can't wait to see what those are. So got up there, checked down my pal statue, had Jetragon in the party. I'm a happy guy. Adding all my effigy things because I got a lot of them while I was out there, and I just hadn't upgraded those in a while. So I went ahead and upgraded those. Opened up the eggs, see what I got. I did breed for the Anubis as well, so I could have more Anubises around doing some tasks because they're the best at the handiwork. I did get a Renjishi. I bred for that as well. I saw what I needed for that. The Flurnackle, I'm not. I think I found one of those eggs on the island, so that was a fun thing to find. Another Renjishi. So that's pretty. He's one of the best kindling pals besides Tretragon, or not Tretragon, Dormantide Ignis and Blazemut. So I was pretty happy to have him. So I then was kind of figuring out what things were, placing more eggs. Decided, you know what, I don't have anything to be scared of now. I have the damn Tretragon, so I might as well just go get the boss Dormantide, regular Dormantide. So I grabbed an ancient sphere, snuck up behind him, had it up again. They just wanted it in the face at this point. They don't like the back shots. They're all about the full frontal. They appreciate the love. They don't like just feeling like it was just coming from the behind. So I then went into the ice area and decided that I wanted the Nautilus PAL, because I was like, you know what, this thing is super cool looking. I have nothing to be afraid of. He's a fan of the back shots. He gets added to the party because it only took one sphere, not much of a challenge. Boom, I find myself being level 51. I'm just, ancient spheres just changed my whole way of playing the game. So nothing really scares me. I still have the herbal in my party though. I'm not too you can't get, what do you call it, conceited, or not conceited. You can't get too comfortable, because if you get too comfortable, that's when bad things happen. So caught myself a Walaska there. Never seen that pal before. That thing's huge. I built myself an electric medicine bench, and then I upgraded my base to level 17. I upgraded to level 18 because I had to just build an electric furnace. I already had one of those. I then decided to go ahead and take out some more of the bosses, the towers, and I decided, alright, the electric boss, you know what I'm just going to do to you? I'm going to give you the beautiful, beautiful Anubis. So going into this, I knew I was going to be able to take him out, because I knew that this one was going to be the path that he was going to throw out. So thank God I knew how to take him out pretty easily. Anubis made light work of him, give him all the ground moves that he did. He actually didn't do, he did a lot of the, I didn't get a recording of him doing like the super awesome jump onto the pals, but I did take him out pretty easily. So, and I don't know why I'm lagging there, but I did get the key sphere of the sloth, and at this time I'm like, you know what, I can just go around and beat all the major tower bosses, which I thought was only 4, but again, I hadn't really played Palworld 1.0, so I didn't know that there was actually more. So I was going to be like, oh, in this video I'm going to beat all 4 PAL bosses in 400 days, but then I was like, oh, well, it's only before day 50, or it probably is day 50 because my editing is terrible, but I ended up beating them. So on to day 46, or probably day 56, I'm not even sure at this point. It says 46 up there, but I know it's more than that. I got a lot of high quality pals around my base. I then move up into the ice area and decide that it's time to build a third base, so I can start building to get the crystal or the quartz. And there's metal up here, so I decided that this was the best location that I've seen. I went back to base and tried to get some sleep, but I couldn't do it in time. So I went back out there to the desert the next morning, or the next evening, because I guess I was doing things for all of day, whatever it is, and not getting a lot of recordings because things suck. I found this big square turtle thing, and I was like, dude, what is this? I didn't even know it was a PAL. Then I was like, oh, it's a big turtle. So, big Bowser turtle looking thing. So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna catch one of these with one of these exotic PAL spheres and Tetris. So, I was like, alright, let me add that one to the party. I came upon some Xenovaders, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna make quick work of these, because Shadow Beak is just awesome. He can just destroy anything, and he was handling them pretty well. I tried to catch some of the Xenovaders because I wanted to complete the Mimon thing, but they had a hard time trying to get into the PAL sphere. So I think I ended up only catching one of them, and I collected some of the meteorite. I celebrated with some fishing, caught myself a Finsider, I've caught one of these before, so it wasn't anything too special. I went to the fast travel tall point in the sky, saw the whole desert location because I think I needed some stuff for some Ingram, so I went around collecting fast travel points, also just to get more of the lay of the land in case I miss any bosses. I went to go to the furthest mine shaft, and I think this is where I encountered the menacing boss. And I went ahead and jumped in there, threw a soul sphere. Didn't even have to do much fighting because I have powerful spheres, and I have high lift monk effigies catch status. So I went back out, decided to catch all these fiddlers, and I realized that catching the fiddlers was a lot harder than it needed to be, and they gave me a little bit of a run for my money. As you can see, I'm taking a bit of damage here because they just keep hitting me from every which way, and I'm not even trying to attack them because I know Shadow Beast's just going to destroy them. So I keep throwing Ultra Spheres at them, and eventually they conceded, or not conceded. They just went along with what I was trying to put down. I saw one of these things out here, and I had never seen one of those before either, so I decided I would try to catch one. But again, Gildra was being a cheeky bastard, so I decided to try again. And with the second sphere, I did catch her. I then ran around, went back to base, opened up some of my eggs, tried to see what I was getting. I got a lot of. Oh, I did go back to the floating islands, and run across one of those things where there's a whole bunch of pals in one spot, and you can take their eggs. So I did find a bunch of those and got a lot of the Dynamoths. I had never seen those or heard of those before, so I didn't know what the good purpose of them were. To me, they're basically just a smaller beacon, and I have a Shadow Beak, and Shadow Beak's cooler than any beacon. Then they decided to try and raid me again, so I didn't even negotiate with the terrorists, shot him, didn't even think twice about it. I was like, screw you, you're just not gonna be a part of the show. The raid started, and I was working on trying to get this research lab going, but I was like, oh yeah, I have to be the general, gotta fire the first shots of the war, because my pals I need to lead by example for my pals. So they decided to come and attack, and before I could even get there, they basically just decimated the whole field without me even get to record, because it was over so fast. So this one, I really tried to get it because I really wanted to see what would happen when all of these attacked, and boy, was I not disappointed. It looks like Pain from Naruto just came and dropped a bomb on everybody. Like, this was amazing. Like, I'm shooting these Relaxosauruses, and I'm waiting for all the things to happen, and then they just died. Like, they didn't even have a chance. There was no chance for them right there. They just got completely. I'm adding a kelp seed to my ranch so I can get some more flame organs, which at this point I forget that the people actually sell them, so I actually don't even need to do that. But I guess if I wanted to do it for free, I could do that. I don't know why Blazemut woke up in my bed, but I guess we were cuddling because it might have been cold outside, so it's always nice to snuggle with your pals, build spawns. I went fishing up into the islands, and I caught myself a Solomora Lux, which I had not caught yet, and I had not seen that pal yet either, and I thought that was pretty cool. I saw another Eidolon, and I was like, you know what, I guess I'll try and capture this one too, because I aggroed it one after I was doing fishing, and I started to see more of what the moveset of it could do. I was like, dang, this pal looks pretty cool. But as you can see, none of my spheres are really landing because I'm just really bad at aiming when I'm on like a vector of like with Shadow Beak, but it does get better eventually. I then went back to base and started to build the biggest storage thing where you can go in and search all your storage stuff. I got that complete pretty quick because I got a lot of handy pals now. And yeah, you basically just shows you all the storage that you have, and it'll pull it from any of your boxes. So this thing is actually pretty useful, and I definitely enjoy having it at my base whenever I'm looking for something in specific, especially dog coins, because I tend to need to look for those more often than not. I then caught myself one of that I forgot what that pink pal's name is. I did catch one, but I don't have the recording of me catching it. I did upgrade my base to level 20, and I haven't seen the thing that lets it go to level 4 or have 4 bases yet. So I kind of just rock around with 3 bases for most of the part, most of the time. Got some shut eye on day 50. which means probably like day 55 or something like that. But you know how it goes by now. Decided to look around the base, see what's going on. Check around the base, show it off a little bit. Like, this is what I got. This is what what I've been working on for these past 50 plus days. Went back to the islands and I found another lucky slow watt. So I decided to capture him real quick, and because whenever you find a lucky pal out there in the wild, it's always fun to have another one. I did get shocked pretty good there, and I was like, oh, come on, hurry up. I don't want to die to a slow watt. That would be the equivalent of Einstein just died on the toilet. Like, come on, we've all watched Rick and Morty, we know what it does. Finding these chests out in the islands was pretty cool. Got a little bit better stuff than I would in any other area, in my opinion at least. I did see a crazy battle going on with that Ferris thing and the Lupin, and I was like, that was just rude, and that I just don't want to encounter that thing yet. So I let it do its abuse thing, and you know what's better than one Dretragon? Two Dretragons. So I decided to go in here, waited till nighttime, waited till it fell asleep, and I was like, you know what? It's time to get you again. Just to say I have two now. I don't know, because you never know what's going to happen, but I know that nothing ever happens to the Dretragons because they're super strong, super powerful. Nothing can really kill them unless you're really not paying attention whenever you're in battle. And sometimes it happens. Not gonna lie, but I have not lost a Jetragon yet, or have I? We'll have to see. So, I did find another one of those lucky Skulltula looking Zelda things. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll grab this one, but I didn't know where its back was. I just kind of just threw a sphere out there to see where its face was, because they prefer the face shots. We all know that by now. So I caught myself one of those after the 2 shakes there, and boom, grabbed that one. Then I made my way over to the fire location. It's like a fire island next to the Fey Islands, and I just kind of wanted to oh wait, no, this is actually near the Sand Islands, so I had not been here yet. So I just walked around here, saw what was around, grabbed some chests, but everything has like low quality spheres in it now, so I guess I really don't even care about it. But I did need some purple Ingram points, so I found the boss, Pierden, and I decided just to give it a face shot, because I remembered how the lucky one did not like the back shots. So I threw it right in its face, and I ate some french fries while I watched him be captured, and I was satisfied with that boss kill right there, or boss capture. Maybe they'll fix that later on. I went fishing in the Pal Observatory, or Sanctuary, and I caught myself a golden Dumond, which I thought was super cool. I was like, dude, why is this thing gold? That's pretty cool. I've never seen that. And then I came in here to get one of the coolest pals that I had seen before, but I guess it's kind of normal now. One of the Stallion knocked ones. Threw a soul sphere at it since I had a bunch of them, and didn't want to go in with the first back shot because it didn't appreciate it. So it likes to respect its due, likes to be approached head on. So I added Frostillion Knocked to the squad. I went over here to find another Shadowbeak so I could start breeding them to make a better pair of them. But I did not know that there was a new version of the Menacing, so the Terra version. So I threw a Soul Sphere at that to try and get that one. It did not like it the first time, so I went again and threw it again, and that thing almost knocked me off my Shadowbeak, which would have thrown me through a loop if that was actually a thing. So it didn't have very good stats, so I just caught it anyways and just put it in the PAL box to be used for a later day. Opened up some eggs when I got back to base. Got the Maymog for the Azarobi, whatever you want to call it, and then upgraded my statue to enhance my effigy stuff, since I had found a lot of them on my adventures that I've been having lately. Like, I'm almost done with status resistance, so I can't get burned or stuff like that, but I still find a way to stand on the fire and get burned, which, annoys me to no end. I came here and I saw Zoe to the church, and I was like, what is she doing? And she was like, oh, show me your Grisbolt. So I was like, okay, let me go get Grisbolt real quick. Grab Grisbolt, and started the quest. And basically, if you do a quest line that follows that, you get to keep, like, she gets added to your base, but I really don't care about that right now. So I did buy some stuff from the black market guy to upgrade my ejector gun. To instead of like having to condense the pals, I can just give them the star fruit, which makes it a lot easier. It kind of takes away from actually having to breed and stuff like that, but breeding takes so much time, so I appreciate the star fruit. So as long as you find the dog coins, then that's all you need. Upgraded my own stats, gave myself some more stamina. I've been drinking some of those potions, so it makes it a little bit easier. Got some rest on day 52 and woke up to day 50, probably 1,000, not sure yet. One of them, I'll have a clip here in a bit that shows where I'm actually at. I then went up to the ice realm location and decided to take out, well, this guy started looking at me funny, so I decided to catch him with a sphere. And then I went over here to go and confront this guy, and he automatically started off hostile, so I was like, you know what, I guess I'll just go ahead and get frozen a little bit. I'll throw out Jetragon. He'll end your life pretty easily without much of a thought. And then I knocked him out and killed his pal, and he just shouldn't have shot first. So I began the ice battle with this guy who looks a little bit kind of like Deku from, My Boku no Hero Academia, and just evil, I guess. I don't know. Or that guy. Yeah, that guy's in there. The guy with the hand on his face. Yeah, that's him. So, went against him. He had a pretty awesome looking Shadow Beak, and I wasn't worried. Really kind of felt bad having to take out his Shadow Beak, but I have Jetragon. And you're just gonna get shmammered. Like, wasted. I'll shoot you in the butt while he takes care of the front. It was a wonderful battle. A fine night for a drink, and I sure did celebrate with one of those. Because right now I'm just steamrolling. I'm having a good old time. I'm level 56. I'm at day 53. I'm just cruising through on hardcore, not going through any problems. Nothing's really bothering me. Jetragod's doing a dance. We know we're the toughest mofos out there. And then the only thing I'm encountering is I need more Ingram points. So I go ahead and grab some of these this tower, and then I saw that the meteorite was coming. You can actually kind of see it come down, and it lands a little bit more to the left when it pans over there next to that dungeon. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I quickly let it do its little panorama thing, and I ended up getting one of those crescent moon looking pals, the Saline. I think Saline, I don't know if it's supposed to be that, but I captured that one, used Anubis, and used my Meow Sword and started smacking the meteorite just so I can have more meteorite so I can make more caldium, because I don't really use the meteorite rocket launcher. I don't see a point in that. So I have powerful pals. I don't need to really make any powerful weapons like that. So me and Anubis decided that we're gonna I saw that pal down there too. I was like, oh, what are you? I don't have one of you yet. So I went and took my pal sphere and I did a back shot because why not? I guess for me, the back shot's the one that works, but I threw it at her face this time because she turned around right when I released the trigger. But she didn't give me much of a fight. She saw how powerful I was. She wanted to join the team. Verdash, welcome to the club. I then saw some more polar pups, but these ones look like chocolate polar pups. And I was like, oh, interesting, okay. And then I found the cotton candy one, but caramel flavored, so I grabbed one of those. I hadn't seen one of them before. That one went pretty willingly, but she did pop out, so I used the soul sphere, which I didn't have to. I don't know why I switched, but I don't have to battle you. I don't want to knock you out. So I went into this area, and I did find it pretty funny that when I was running around in there, that more of the chocolate polar pop things, a lot of ancient writing on the wall. I thought it meant something, but it didn't. I don't know. It didn't really show anything. So I caught one of these chocolate polar pup things. Probably polar pup Terra. Let's see. Yep, polar pup Terra. And then I found this painting of Anubis, and I was like, let's see if I can actually get him to kind of look at that. And so I took out Blaze Mutt just to get this chest, see what it had in it because it looked a little fancy. But he wanted to go attack something, so I had to tell him to focus on that first before he went and attacked the other things. So he let me open the chest. I leveled up, or didn't level up, but one of the pals did. But then I got Anubis right there. Boom, got the shot. Did a little fishing, caught myself another golden Dimond or Dumod, and now I realized, okay, they're not that special. So I was like, oh look, there's a world tree. Let me go swim to it. So I think I took not Chillet. I took Shadowbeak out there. Shadowbeak didn't make it very far out there, so I had to swim the rest of the way. And thank God I have all the effigies, because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm going to die. So I'm swimming back to the island. I was like, oh God, I'm gonna actually die. I don't know how I'm gonna make it out, only because I wanted to swim to the stupid world tree when I shouldn't even be there yet. But Herbal saved my life. I swam back to the shore because he gave me a full bar of stamina. He was upset that he had to be out there in the water, and I was like, I'm sorry. So he killed this little bird thing. I was like, Jesus, okay, so let me try and catch one of the bird things without lagging like I keep doing on this. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry for killing your friend. I'll take you instead to the base of happiness. And I just caught that. Oh, it didn't want to be caught immediately, so I tried it again with one of those exotic spheres. So no wonder it wasn't a 100% capture. So I caught it. Days of Moo. Welcome to the squad. Went back to the Sakurajima Islands, looking like, I think that's actually what it's called, Sakurajima. Makes sense. Sakura Island. Duh. I saw Lylene up there, so I decided to go ahead and capture her. She didn't like the first ball I threw at her, so I threw another ball at her face. She did not like that one either, so I threw another one. She seemed to appreciate that ball to the face more than the other two, so she decided to come home and be a nice boss pal at home, which was pretty cool. And then I found that the dumb one was on the beach, so I was like, oh man, it's not really that fancy, not really that cool. I did take out this Menace Sting. I ended up catching it because I don't have the boss form of it yet, so I needed that. Grabbed that one pretty quick and easy. Probably should be like day 57 or something, but I did catch it on the second throw. Yep, caught it on the second throw, and that was the first one there. Boom. I did end up seeing this Hell Zephyr Lux, which I did not know was a thing, and I was like, dude, there's a Hell Zephyr Lux. I just wish those things were so much faster. They look so cool. Like, man, just and man, I just wanted one. I want to be, that's the bird I should be flying on all the time. But Shadowbeak is pretty cool. Grabbed another Liftmonk effigy, grabbed another cell phone of experience, looked over at the tree and knew I wasn't going to be there for a while. Made my way over to the magma area, saw that. It was like, do I really need to be here right now? But decided to take out this boss person to get the bounty. It wasn't very hard, but he did pull out a Wixen, and that kind of did give me a little bit of a scare because Wixens, they've taken out my pals before. So I accidentally turned out Herbal, and Herbal just wiped the Wixen without even giving a second chance and wiped the boss. My Herbal is the hardest working Herbal out there. Like, there's no other pal out there that could ever combat my Herbal. So, and he's going to be a constant throughout my playthrough. Like, you're not going to see anything else besides the Herbal in there. Got to the Astragon, and I was like, oh man, this pal was super cool. I get to go through a whole boss battle to get him last time, but he's in the Palworld Sanctuary 2, but he came with a little bad passive, so I wasn't so excited once I got him. I was like, oh, that's kind of lame. I saw this thing, and I decided to try and catch that, and since it gave me like a 90% once I caught it, I was like, great, welcome to the squad. Magics. Opened up a chest, couldn't fit everything, decided to, as you can see, I have a lot of inventory I don't need, so I decided to go ahead and grab some of that stuff there, and boom, did a little fishing. Almost got caught by the laser thing, did get spotted. I was like, see, it started just wailing on me. I was like, dude, and then Shadowbeak's not having a good time. I'm just swimming out of there, getting the hell up out of there. This thing is just like taking me out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I am just not gonna live. Like this is stupid. But thank God for Herbal. Because Herbal comes to the rescue again, and that's why I don't ever mess with those things again. I then made my way over to the fire location, and I wanted to get the boss Blazemut Pal because I haven't had him yet. So snuck up to him. Aerial assault didn't work. Aerial assault again. That one seemed to get his attention and get him in the Pal Sphere to make it easier for captures. And he already saw the power potential, so he joined the squad. I think I actually put him in my squad. I'm not sure, or I got back to base and put him in there. Came to another one of these islands where the boats are, like these shipwrecked islands. Saw these weird looking like devil bonefish looking things, so I decided to go around and try and capture them with my low level legendary spheres and ultra spheres. Then one of them whipped me with one of those with his angler thing. I was like, Jesus, that thing does a lot of damage. So I tried to stay up in the air a little bit longer instead of having to get smacked by those. Take my licks. I need to capture one more, but as you can see, I'm a little bit more cautious now because in respect the whip. So got out of there. Once they all started launching attacks at me, I was like, Jesus. Okay, you know what? Is this effigy really worth it? And this is where not playing it safe comes into play, because I could have easily not paid attention and just got wrecked. But I got smart. I sent Shadow Beak out there to start doing more damage. I found some stuff around the island. Thought it was pretty cool. Now I know where to come and grab some poison organs and stuff if I need them. And then I just explored the island a little bit more. Found some jellyfish. I hadn't seen these ones yet either, so I just started trying to capture them with my legendary spheres. Didn't really bother me because I have way better spheres. And then you get like some jelly roy ball flesh or something, and you can eat it if you want. I then found a lucky version of it because I heard it when I was flying around, so I went there, threw a legendary sphere at him. I didn't think I'd have any trouble catching him, and I got one. So maybe if you just kill a bunch of them, you'll eventually get another one. But these guys had to die. I couldn't have them see what they were missing, so they were wiped out pretty quickly and easily. On day 55, I ran on over to the volcano area. I decided that this was part of my adventure to take out the bosses and stuff like that, or the overworld bosses. So I came on over to Reptiro, just threw a Pal Sphere at his back, the Soul Sphere. Didn't really need to fight him because I got powerful spheres. He went in pretty easily, and then I went to the hideout thing, or one of the bandit locations, and took out their people in there, saved everybody in there. That Ragnarok actually was shooting me through the floor, so that was pretty annoying. But handled it with ease, saved the Daisy, the Lux, got a nice, pal heart for being such a good sport, and that was a pretty easy one right there. And then I did end up going into one of those tunnels to try and see what was actually down in there, and I think there was a pal, and I was able, it was one of those nodes that you can get experience from, so I went in there and figured that out, and it was an easy, block source type thing, so nothing too bad about at all. Found a large dragon egg, or a huge dragon egg, and then made my way just flying around. Then I went back to base because I saw that I had somebody there. I bought some bullets from the guy because I definitely needed bullets for my submachine gun. And I think I ended up actually trying to catch him. He walked away, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna catch you. So I threw a hypersphere at his back, and decided to just make him part of the colony so I don't have to travel too far out of the settlements, but it's not really that hard. So I just grabbed him to get him, so not a big deal. Grab some sulfur so I can make some gunpowder and things like that, and maybe some other type of ingot, but mainly for gunpowder. Although I am a big proponent of just buying it because you have so much gold in this game, so you might as well just go and buy it whenever you need to. It's not a big deal. and then I had to test out my new legendary assault rifle, see how well it did. So I shot the cuckoo birds before they could blow up on me, and then I went to bed on day 55 and got ready for day 56. For most of day 56, I came to my second base and decided to deconstruct it because I no longer needed all the coal that I was getting from it. So I think I had a stack of 999,000, or not 900, I had 9,999 stacked, so I decided to dismantle this base. I didn't need it anymore, so I just decided to break it down and move it to a different location, which ended up being in the volcano area, so I can get some more sulfur, but mainly crude oil as well. So I set up this base mainly for crude oil and a little bit of sulfur, and I made it so where I could just have a harvest the stuff from the pals as well. So that was pretty fun. Nice little move. I've never really made it this far. So I went to bed on day 56, woke up on day 57 with Anubis in my bed this time. I don't know what was happening, but probably some nice cuddling. Had some circuit boards being made so I could make some computers, I believe. So I mainly did that for day 57. I'm not going to bore you with all that fun stuff. Went back to my location over here in the volcano area. As you can see, I had some pals doing some work. They got some good food. They're getting better quality of life over here. Yormatide's just chilling out. Reptilio Prime, or alpha version of him's doing good. I got my Lucky Pals getting all the electricity. I got my my crude oil thing going, so I'm doing great over here. Having a good old time. Went back to base. They had finished my circuit boards, so I think I was able to go ahead and build some that one that you don't need an oil field for. So I think I put that in my base, which was pretty good. Then I went to go assign some pals to the assembly line just to get a few more stuff done. So that was pretty good. And then I opened some eggs here. This huge one that I found had another blazemutt, so I got an army of blazemutts now that can pretty much take down any grass pal that I could ever want. Upgraded my base to level 22. And I still didn't see that level 4 yet. Then I was able to make the crude oil extractor that can just go anywhere, and that one was just gonna take like 12 minutes. I was like, oh Jesus, I need some more pals over here for this one. So I went up to my pal assigner and I assigned some pals to start working on it because I needed some help doing that. And then I decided, you know what, it's time to hit the hay. Let's get some sleep. We'll tackle it in the morning. And so they did. All the pals rushed out there and started working on it. And I was like, yes, all right. That 12 minutes going to go down to 2 minutes, especially with my lucky luck bunny there. Ended up going out and trying to catch some lollipops so I can make some more fancy cakes so I can try and breed for some mutations. They went in pretty easily. They didn't have any problem. They wanted to join. They liked the cause, so they're all about it. I went back to the Fey Reach Islands and decided to look for some more spheres. Or this is Fey Reach. And decided just to catch some random things here. I think I just looked like I'm standing here. Yep. Decided to try and catch it. I haven't had the Katsuni knocked yet, so I decided to grab one. He went in pretty easily as well. He, like I said, likes the cause, likes what I'm doing. Big fan. I then went over to, I try not to fly too often because I don't want to get shot out of the air. And I saw where the smoke was, so I was like, all right, where is this thing at? Let me try and get this. But then I saw this bushy knocked, and I was like, I decided I wanted one. So I tried to grab him real quick. I believe he also went into the sphere pretty easily. He had no qualms. He was ready to join the A squad, although he didn't have anything special about it. So I did find that anti-aircraft or anti-flying PAL battery, and I am embarrassed to say that it took me a very long time to destroy this because I did not know that there was just a keypad on the side of it where you could just hold X and it would just go. I was very just like this. I can't believe I didn't figure that out until later on. I was pretty peeved with myself. I did save that pal because uh, Nisha. So I really just wasted a bunch of bullets just shooting this stupid thing. All the insurgents just came in and still attacking me. I almost was like losing health. I was like, "Are you serious?" But and then they were sending the pals at me. I was like, oh, "Come on!" So I started to catch them, but Jetragon's got my back. I even passed the keypad right there. Like I just passed it. Like come on. Like I was just, so special, super special. I was able to finally conquer it, destroy it after shooting probably like a million bullets into it. Came to Smokey's Den just because I decided to catch him. And then I heard that you need him to get chromite because he can just smell out the nodes or something like that. So I grabbed him and they got the alpha version and let Jetragon just go ahead and wail on his friends and stuff like that because we didn't need them. So that was fun. And I got a purple ingram for that one too. And boy, Jetragon is just a kid in the candy store, man. You gotta shoot them sometimes for them to see it, but eventually they will. And then added all my stuff to my storage here, and then checked on the eggs and checked on see where everyone's working and what everyone's doing. Looks like I did have that huge egg that I found in the lava. It turned out to be another Relaxosaurus. I think that's probably the most overrated pal. I don't see how helppful they are to me. They don't really do much, in my opinion. Maybe a good, first, pre-game pal, but I don't see any use for it, to be honest. Maybe somebody else does, but they just eat a lot and they do a lot, but I don't know. They're not my favorite. So went around the base on day 58, gathered some oil, did my chores that I have to do every few days whenever I'm out adventuring, spent some times with the pals, went and caught another Jetragon just for funsies because I can just catch him whenever I want now. I think I'm looking for a specific passive that he may or may not have, but they all call him with Legend and Jet Dragons or Divine Dragon, so I don't think I need a waterproof one. End up probably just changing out his stuff for anything else. I'll let Rengishi keep doing his thing. He's working hard. I'm having a good old time, and everything seems to be going smoothly around here at the compound and Lolo's Galapagos Islands. Day 59, I decided to see where else I needed to go explore to grab some more things, so kind of like mapping out my route there. Came over to the boss area over here just to go ahead and kill those people for their bounties and stuff like that. As you can see, it does not really bother me. They were destroyed pretty quickly. The crazy chicken there, he was about to blow up, but I was like, are you kidding me? And then I barely escaped with my life on that one. I was so like I was sweating. I was like, there's no way I just survived that. But that's why we always kill the chickens, the bomb chickens, because those things are just awful. They will ruin your day real quick. Came out here, caught these bronze cherry. They were just, I haven't had the bronze cherry aqua yet, so decided to grab that one. I don't know. Well, yeah, then I just turned it. I was like, you know what? I need to grab this other one too. Why not? Let him join his friends. He didn't want to go in so quickly though. Even though I did throw a soul sphere, so I was like, all right, well, sometimes they fight back a little bit, but that one was a lot better than the one initially that I got. Sent out Blaze Mutt to get this bear of hand, but then he just again destroyed it without even. But he just destroyed it. Like as soon as I go in there, I'm like, oh, I already have one of you. Okay, Blaze Mutt, you're up, buddy. And he just completely whacks him. Went in and killed another of the Siblix in the ice area. I don't know why I didn't get that one recorded as well as I could have, but I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better in the future. Didn't really find anything around here, I don't think. Just decided to fly around for a little bit. Yeah, I see some eggs there. I didn't need them. Ended up over here trying to get another beacon, I believe. Yeah. Oh, this is where Beacon's new location is at. So if you want to get the boss Beacon, he used to be on the southwest part of the map, but now he's on the northeast area. So I was able to get this beacon pretty easily with a legendary or ultra sphere, in fact. I don't think he put too much of a fight up. Yep. He knew what it was about. He saw Shadowbeak. He knew what was about to happen. From there, I decided to go into a dungeon because I hadn't been in one in a while, and you know, these dungeons are just so nice to go into now without getting kicked out. Because I remember back when Palworld first came out, if you went into a dungeon, your game just crashed. I found a Fellbat in there, and I had really not seen a Fellbat yet, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just catch that one, see how that goes. And yeah, caught the Fellbat. Didn't really have any good passes, but it's good to have it. Came in here, and it was the Muffies. So they were annihilated pretty quick. I don't feel like I need a Muffy at all for anything. I haven't got really into like PAL team building things like that. I haven't seen, or I've seen some videos on it, but some of those overpowerful teams where they just blow up the bosses in one hit, I'm just not really something that I've gotten into yet. Decided to get another one of these duelists just because I saw it and I was over in this grass area, so I was like, you know what, I might as well just grab one for fun. Trying to see which sphere works the best on it. Looks like the legendary sphere is the one that captured him pretty quickly, pretty easily. So now I have two of them, working my way towards that Meemog effigy. Went on top of the tall Pal Tower fast travel location, looking at the pretty mountain and thinking, man, I destroyed that guy up there. Yeah. Good thing I have the fast travel points for it now. Then I went back to base, checking out some things on day 59, doing some organizing, probably checking out some eggs. No eggs were down there, but the large dark egg was. So I took a look and saw what that was. Turned out to be a Starion, which I don't believe I had actually seen yet. So then I placed the other two eggs that I had found while I was out and about. And actually there were 3 large dark eggs that I had found when I was out and about. And put them in the spot. I started to build the V2 armor, because if that bomb chicken would have just blown up, I'd have been dead. So I went to bed and woke up on day 60 with no one in my bed, feeling kind of lonely, but that's okay. And just went on checking to see what I needed to do. The V1 armor or V2 armor was complete, so I put it on, and I looked like the evil Pixar person. So the evil Pixar lamp. That's what I was going for with this one. And this is the armor that I actually wear for the rest of the game, for the rest of this playthrough, which I found pretty funny. I then went to the boss location for the Sakurajima, and decided to give Saline a battle, because I have actually never fought this person, or these two, because this update came out after I had been done playing Palworld for a while. I got up there for a little bit, but it was I had never seen this boss before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I knew that she was a dark type, so I just took out Stretchagon and let him do his worst to her. She didn't really put up any crazy amount of a fight for him. She did put up a little fight for me. She was getting me hurt a little bit, but I just kept spraying her with bullets and shooting her with the fire, and she went down pretty quickly. Ended up getting the tear from her, and now I only have a couple gym battles left to go. Went back to the Fey Reach Islands. I heard one of those special chime things. I had to see what it was. Lucky Pal Krojiro over here. I was like, killed a couple of you guys, especially that guy from like day 5. So I decided to try to make amends and just capture him in the back with a soul sphere. Let him come to the team. Let him be a part of the squad. See what it's all about. We're a lot different now than we were before. So I got that Kojiro, and I was pretty happy. I think I've only missed like 2 out of like the maybe like 10 special pals that I actually saw out there. I was fighting the boss, or I was fighting one of the special pals here, and these Smokies didn't really appreciate one of their friends getting attacked by this AoE attack, so We had to put Smokey out of his misery. I don't know why I just didn't shoot him. I could have just shot him there, but I do let the pals do a lot. So here's my check-in. As you can see, I had 66 days. Well, I was on day 66 per what my thing actually said, and that was kind of it made sense. I was getting raided when I was being attacked or went back in, so that's why there was a time skip. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. There's just a lot of skips in time. As you can see, they're just being absolutely decimated. All the pals just go out and destroy them no matter who or what is attacking my base. Where was that wonderful awesome? I think this is it. I think this is where they just go completely bonkers on these guys. As the general I am, I do take my first shots in the battle, as I probably should. Oh yeah, there's Anubis doing his crazy stuff right there. Then he launches like a sandstorm. And then I think this is when he does... Did I put lightning barrage on him? Nope. Oh, yep. Everything just starts to explode. Boom! Like, it just... Vietnam era stuff right there. Raid complete. Don't attack my base. You will be destroyed. I sent some pals on an expedition to go get me some goodies. And they did it without arguing. Put some more eggs that I had found out in the wild to incubate. And then on day 66, I retired for the evening and went to bed. On day 67, I went out and started doing my chores around the base, checking to see if all was good, checking my pals, and then I went out to the islands in the sky, looking for some more pal spheres, or some chromite, I believe, checking bundles, looking for ancient spheres, all that stuff. Almost ran myself over the edge on that one with Shadow Beak, but that's because I pushed the wrong button. Happens sometimes. Got some soul spheres. This would be a great location for a base. It's got nice sakura blossoms and everything, so I definitely add that to the list. And then if I ever want, I could just be like, hey, I need a Detragon, and then I can just go back down and get them if I really want to. Decide to get another one just for fun because I can. I'm over here, might as well. This one put up more of a fight. I was like, oh Jesus. But he came easily. He didn't throw too much of a fit. He saw all of his friends going in there, and this one had like a lot of them, the philanthropist and the diet lover, which was cool. I then decided to try and figure out this Nephtalis, or not Nephtalis, but Panthalus thing, and I found that all the things I needed, and all I needed to do was start it. But I wanted to do some research on it first before I did it, because I don't know how to fight Panthalus at the time, so I was like, okay, let me figure this out. I'm not gonna just walk in there and like get destroyed, especially on a hardcore playthrough. I'm gonna do a little research and see what I have to do. So I went back to base to prepare, check on my eggs, see what I got. Got the Meemog effigy for the Arsox. I found a bunch of Arsox eggs when I was out there just running around. You know, one of those things where you can just find a bunch of their eggs out there in the wild and then kill them all. Did that. Got a Laxosaurus Lux from that one. And Catrus, which I don't think I actually had Catrus before, so it was good to get her and put her in the PAL decks. Then I went and was gonna go swim to that island all the way out there behind the ice area or behind the mountains and stuff like that, and I found like a really big Alaska. So I decided to capture that one, and just because, why not? I guess I could have took Nephthalius out here and made it a lot easier, but I was out here having fun anyway, so I did a little bit of fishing while I was out here. Caught myself another Azurobe Christ, which I think was my 5th one. But it's got all these pals out here, just have the good ones. This I think is a Dumon, another gold one. Nope, this was a Munchill. Heart of the Immovable King makes him like immune to explosive damage, I believe. Pretty good one to have if you want to do explosive pals. Came back to base that night at 68. Started just doing my chores and rounding up things that I had, making some more Palladium fragments so I can start crafting some more ores. And all the pals went to bed. Collected all the stuff from their expedition, which included some awesome fragments, which I needed, which I do find myself definitely needing now in my later playthroughs, which if you guys want to see 200 days, make sure you like and comment and tell me how much you appreciated this. And if you didn't appreciate it and you sucked and you're like, dude, just do this on a computer next time, I get it. But this is just for my own hobby and sanity. So thanks for watching if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. So day 69 comes around and I decided to let the Jetragons get a little busy so I can get maybe a mutated Jetragon egg and see if I can get some different passives on it. After day 69, I went to day 70 and started making more food around the base. Definitely some more cakes to let them get their freak on. As you can see, they had a wonderful day 69. They partied like rock stars, took all their eggs. I think one of these had a speed mutation or something like that, but it wasn't a mutated egg, which was what I was going for because I heard that was a thing. So I upgraded my base to level 23. And then I went out into the desert and I found this location. I had never been in here. I didn't think I could go in here. Basically, you can open up each one of the doors and you can find like different bosses or something like that. So I just shot them in the face and it made it. I didn't really have to even pull out a pal to destroy them. They were pretty easy. They didn't put up much of a fight. But there's a lot of chests in here. So if you're in here like during the mid game or something like that, or if you're in the sand area, you can come in here and get a lot of cool stuff and get some XP there. Went to a dungeon and found a weird purple spot there. Found some fiddlers sleeping, but ever since that battle with the fiddlers before, I decided just to wipe these guys and then investigate that purple spot over there. I was like, what is this? But it changed my color, so it was kind of fun. But they did nothing. Must just be a little glitch in the matrix there, so nothing to worry about. Found another high power tower, fast travel point, and looked out over all of the desert that I had conquered. Nothing is stronger than me out there. I am stronger than it. But you know, I had forgot about the two pals out there, Acromis and the other one, and I was like, oh, where are those guys? I haven't seen them because usually they'd just be roaming around over here like in the south area, but I guess they weren't there anymore. So I went to this bandit location. Decided to catch. I've been seeing this pal on Facebook a lot, so I was like, oh, I might as well just catch a segment. I don't believe in any of the other pal, weird fantasy things they have, but decided to catch her regardless. She came along pretty willingly. She didn't seem like she wanted to put up too much of a fight. She just seemed a little shocked, so she got to come and hang out. Decided to go and find Palladius and Necromus. And these guys actually gave me a little bit of run for my money. As you see, Shadowbeak almost got like shitty smack there. Necromus was giving me the business, so I decided to pull out Jetragon and just kind of try and get there. As you can see, it's just going crazy on me. I luckily got a Pal Sphere right in before he hit me with that attack. Or he might have hit me, but I was able to dodge it a little bit or just negate some of the damage because I threw a Pal Sphere at him. Palladius got stuck in a corner, so I was able to pretty easily throw a Pal Sphere out at him without getting hit by one of his crazy blasts. And he came pretty quietly after that. So I got both Palladius and Necromus. So I'm just cruising along. Nothing is stronger than me. I returned to base and saw that somebody wanted to raid my base again, so instead of shooting him, I decided to give him the old catty whapper and just started whacking him. Nope. Did I actually shoot him? No, come on. Did I actually shoot at this guy? Yep, I did shoot him. Never mind. I didn't give him the old catty whapper, but he did get a good headshot to the back of the head because, again, I don't negotiate with terrorists. So, decided to see what kind of pals I had in the box, or just whenever this raid was going to start. It started fairly shortly after that. And as you can see, just complete and utter annihilation. Like, I was like, whoa, you guys are pretty powerful. I don't even know if I need to take a couple shots anymore. Like, they started shooting at me and I was just like, Jesus, just bam, 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 boom, boom. Like, what is going on over there? Like, I feel so bad for all these guys who are just thinking they can come and attack my base for no reason. Like, what in the world? So wave 3 comes along. I'm thinking, maybe I can get like a better shot of this, like maybe an aerial shot of all this carnage that's about to come these guys' way. And I'm getting shot, but it doesn't bother me. But this one was not as good as the other two, so I was like, dang it. I didn't get the best shot, but that's alright. There's plenty more raids to come. They love coming and trying to test my base, much to their dismay because they get annihilated fairly quickly. The night of 71, I built one of those PAL electricity towers because the electricity I had just wasn't doing it, so I went to bed and woke up on day 72 with Anubis in my bed. Yes, such a good cuddler. You know, just whenever he doesn't track sand in the bed, it's a good day for me. Finished building up some computers. I then checked on some eggs because I had some eggs brewing from my Jetragon day 69 stuff, and as you can see, a lot of the stuff was lost, like legends. So I was like, that one just had Divine Dragon. Like I was like, okay, this my breeding program. That one was better. I like that one a lot better, but that one wasn't so good. So I was pretty disappointed with my breeding program. So I kind of just, I don't know. I thought about condensing them. I found a hideout out here, and as you can see, I had Dormantide, so I can do some fishing for some Sorrelite. I did not know if you shot that attack that it makes a rainbow afterward, so I was pretty impressed by that. I then decided to continue my fishing trip, picking up some Sorrelite from the stuffs, and boy, if I knew that Dormantide was this big. He's just a big goofy boy, but he's super strong. I came to one of these islands that are on the outskirts a little bit, and this is where you can find the duelists, like the boss version of them or the alpha pal version of them. So I went down in one of the little circle thing in there. Didn't actually mean to do that. I actually meant to stop and try and get him, but threw a pal sphere at him anyway. Didn't seem like he wanted to put much of a fight. He was happy to be part of the team because his other duelist buddies told him how great it was at my base. So added the boss version of duelist to my squad. Then I went back into my base and I started to organize everything for day 72. Open up some more eggs. More than likely it's going to be Jetragon. Yep, and this one is not very good. And these two over here, I don't believe were that good either. No, like I don't need a waterproof Jetragon. Like, what's the point? Okay. Yeah, nothing too great about that at all. Decided to raid one of the oil rigs, the second one, I believe, the one that's not as hard. Didn't have any much problem. Decided that I could just destroy it like that, and I was pretty happy I figured that out. Open up the chest, got some good loot that will be showing on screen hopefully eventually here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Boom. Got some cores, got some ammo, got some blueprints. Continued destroying this thing. It was a good time over here, out here on this oil rig. Got some good stuff, got some good loot. Got a lot of chests. Definitely a good thing to go to for late game, just to get some good engrams and get some good stuff, especially if you want some crude oil, because there's all of these guys like drop it, which is pretty helpful and stuff like that. I found a Dormantide Ignis in there, and I was like, man, if I had just waited, I could have got one here. Boy. Wait, no, this is the third one. This is the third oil rig. I don't think I got videos for the second one for some reason, but it went pretty easy. As you can see, I'm missing my PAL spheres here and just wasting a bunch of them, getting shot by the turret the whole time. The only time that it actually wants to hit. This guy thought he could sneak around and get me while I was trying to focus on shooting him. So, I ended up leaving that one. So yeah, that was the second one. That wasn't the main one. So, tried to grab this trash, accidentally pushed the wrong button. Dormantide's just laughing at me, calling me silly. Grabbed on top of him, started getting more of the stuff so I can get some engrams and some corelite. No, yeah, I think that's what it's called. To build the corelite ingot stuff. Dormantide and I continued our journeys over to this scouring inlet. And then I found myself a what is this called? A Nidal, which I had not seen before. It's one of the new pals, so I decided I would go ahead and try and capture it. It looked like it was like pretty low level, so I didn't have any issues with getting it. It seemed to just go right in. Had heard tales of the wonderful colony that I have over here. I went to the big oil rig again and decided that because I saw these things. Well, not again. I'm sorry. I didn't come to the big oil rig again, but I did figure out that they have whenever you try to fight that oil rig and you try to go hack the thing, there's a big attack helicopter. So I got out of there pretty quickly, but then I found out that thing will shoot you with that. So I basically just booked it out of there as fast as I could. I was like, screw this. I'm not fighting this helicopter. I'm not being able to fly. Like, I got out of there by the skin of my teeth. I mean, I had herbal, but I decided to ponder and think why I almost died there. Caught myself another Azeroth Christ, which I think that was my 5th one. Nope, my 4th one. I made my way to the other island that has another duolith, but this one's the duolith Noct. This one looks exponentially cooler because it's just black and pink. I mean, it looks pretty dope. Definitely threw a Pal Sphere at it. But the Soul Sphere, he didn't want to go in the first time. He wasn't having what Jetragon was putting down, but he eventually succumbed to the overwhelming power and decided to join the squad. Big fan. I then got home and recanted on my day. Saw that the power was going low, but it's fine. I'll just go to sleep and I'll be able to get some rest. Woke up on day 75. Went out and did my chores. Looked to see what new fun pals I had. And check them out. Especially that duolith Noct, because it looked pretty cool. I went back to the islands and I saw that there was a Venegard, so I was like, oh, I could always use a couple more of you to complete the PAL decks, or at least get the Meebog effigy. So he decided to come quietly. Well, not as quietly, but he was getting burned, so he knew, I don't know, this one, I guess, this one was super stubborn. And I was also using Ultra Sphere, so it wasn't like he was really being persuaded to come in there. He kind of just gave up. Did some more searching for some stuff there. Decided to complete these things. Like in order to get the tornado to stop, you have to turn off all these beacons. And Anubis was just wonderful POW to have from close quarters, so made it very easy to get this all knocked out. As you can see, that was the last one I needed to do, and the tornado went away. So now I can go fight that boss if I want. I decided to go back to base and do some more chores by cleaning up, since nobody wants to pick up anything that's in the pin anymore. I decided to add it there. Went back on night 76, and I heard about these dinos being really good for breeding or something like that. Like if they're around, they help with the breeding stuff, and they make pals more likely to get better passives. So I decided to catch one. They didn't want to. I was using Gigaspheres, so I think that maybe if I just used a legendary sphere, I wouldn't have that much of an issue. But I got a good Brawlaha. This one was giving me this one was tall. I was like, Jesus, this one's actually pretty big and giving me a run for my money. I was like, dude, just get in the ball. You don't need to put up this much of a fight. Yeah, I could use a better sphere on you, so I decided to throw a hyper sphere, and thank God that beam didn't touch me. But as you can see, he's doing the most. He did not want to come along. He was being, as the game says, a cheeky bastard. But I did get him, and he did come along. Not as quietly as I wanted to, but he came. I decided to send some pals out to the Celestial Sakura Cavern to pick me up some of the good goodies out there. And they begrudgingly went into the cave. I like to think that they had Dumund, gave them a little bit more of a happy way to go in there. See, just flopping around. He's excited to go. Bron Cherry, Aqua's excited to go. Yeah, that Dumund Gold, dude. That Dumund Gold is so funny. Waking up on day 77. Went out into the base real quick, do my typical roll, and you got to start your day off with a roll. I did go out to my ice area just to check everything to see how it was coming with the quartz and the metal. Decided to come over here to Jetragon. I don't need another Jetragon, but apparently I just had a feeling about this one. They're not all really different, but I just decided to catch it for some reason. Maybe it was to level up. That's why I caught it this time. Just to get that over the hump for that level 66. I made one of the bigger furnace right there. Then went to bed, and then woke up on day 78. That was a weird sequence. I don't know why I did that. I decided to go back and fight the helicopter because I wasn't going to let this Mo effer beat me. So I took out Jetragon. Actually, I used a lot of pals this time, but Jetragon was the main one who could actually lock onto that thing. I didn't have any rocket launchers or anything yet this time, so I actually think I pulled one from the chest or something like that. But Jetragon did his dragon laser things and blew that thing out of the sky, and then shot a fireball just for good measure. Made it out there alive. Anubis was doing his awesome best Naruto ninjutsu rendition and stuff like that. This guy just didn't even stand a chance. Yeah, you know what? Anubis actually isn't that powerful right there, but he can definitely tank some explosions and not feel any pain. So, and I think I was out of bullets because I was fighting the helicopter so much, so I had to use the pistol and stuff like that. But he went down pretty easily. We then went back to base. I found some night sand, which I had not found yet, but I do know I needed it to craft something, but I could not remember what at this time. But I did find some, and then I went to bed, and then woke up on day 79, and like normal, start off with a roll. No roll this time. Oh, there it is. There's the roll. Picked up some polymer that I was making, and then I was making sure all my pals were like leveled up to a good level or something like that, or trying to give them the star fruit so they could be a little bit more powerful, especially Anubis because he's the ride or die boy, such a good boy. Herbal as well. Herbal's also always going to be in the squad, so had to make sure he was pretty powerful. He's actually really not that powerful, but I haven't lost a herbal at all. So
day 80, I got
he's
up
been in there since like day 2.
Flonako working on some carbon fiber.
Ride or die for sure.
I applied a handbook to her so she could get her handiwork up a little bit more, because I think at this point I took the lap bunny out, or the rib bunny. Lap bunny. That's from the place we should not mention. Then I went out on the Fey Reach Islands and did some more exploring to get some more fast travel points so I can have some more Ingram points. Caught a Celestier because I don't think I had that one yet. I passed it and I didn't see it. Found another one of the tall pal fast travel points. Boom. Tall pal fast travel points. I'm a boss. I can do it now. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Look at all the Fey Reach Islands and the World Tree. I will get there eventually, but for now, just soak in the views. Beautiful, serene, lo-fi music. Boom. I went to the hidden passage to the Oculus Gate, and I was thinking like, whoa, what could be in here? What crazy pal boss am I about to fight in here? And I was like, oh boy. Am I ready for this? I have Jetragon. Jetragon's gonna save me. I have some pal spheres. I'll be fine. I'll be able to survive this. This looks like a location where a super awesome pal should reside. So, you should see in my face when I was like, it's the turtle, the big turtle that I found out in the desert, but just called the cousin of the big turtle, the tortoise, Turtroy's primo. Like, come on, we could have done better than that. A way cooler pal deserved to be in there besides the tortoise primo. Like, we could have had something better. Like the Tetroys, come on. Yeah. Oh well. Somebody probably likes that one a lot, and it's definitely not me. I was in a cave. Decided to see what would happen if I went fishing in here. I didn't know what to expect. That Starion was kind of looking at me funny, so I was like, you know what? I'll just catch you. And then I'll just catch you too for looking at me funny. How dare you? They came along quietly because they saw that I had the power. Caught it forever. So then I didn't want this Darion, so actually I did. I just threw a Palsphere at it. Didn't seem to be a problem. Nothing seemed to be attacking me in here. This is a dungeon in Fate Reach, so I was actually pretty nervous being in here. But once I realized that I'm pretty powerful compared to all the other pals in here, I was fine. I caught this the Splatterina. I had seen her before, but I had not actually really, I guess, caught one. So I just caught one of those. Went to a fast travel point over here. Found a Kitsune Knocked and decided to get the boss pal version of that one. He came pretty quietly after he saw from the ball what I was doing to all his friends. I don't know why I was using a dark pal with against a dark pal, but I guess I had a good reason for it. The Kojiro was very upset that he didn't get to come along and hang out with his other Kojiro's lucky pal. But then I made it to the top of the pal tower fast travel point and took in the sights. So pretty, so serene, so beautiful. And then I could actually fly here now because I took out one of the anti-aircraft batteries. Found some chests, leveled up to level 68. I'm progressing pretty well. I'm thinking, you know what, I got this, but I only have 19 days left, so I need to figure out what to do or how to do it. As you can see, I'm playing the block source game here real quick, pretty easily, pretty smart. Can't be defeated. I think I had too many items here, so I had to drop some stuff and get back to base and make some room for the stuff that I couldn't find. I caught one of these weird looking almost school pals. I had never seen one of those before either. Well, I had seen them on the map, or when I was running around, but I never stopped to get one. But I found the Bass version. As you can see, he's just kind of lighting up Shadowbeak because they're both dark type. So, but Shadowbeak is obviously stronger and better looking, so he took him out pretty easily. Oh yeah, here's the craziness battle with Anubis. He just went thunderstorm, or thunder, desert storm, and then completely just jumped on her head. I was like, dude, that's such a crazy combo. Like, the animation for it is pretty awesome too. So I caught this Nydia. I think that's what her name is. I can't see under the day 81 part. Yeah, Nifia. Caught her. Went to one of these other things to shoot down the anti-aircraft battery because I was tired of getting the warnings and like, you will be shot down if you continue to do this. And you're about to see here. Look at this. I learned. I saved this awesome the Terra Beetle version thing. I never really used this, guys. I used it for breeding one time, but that was it. Yeah, Warsect Terra. Got to bed on day 82 and woke up on day 83, or that should have been day 83. See, this is where I'm messing up. I'm messing up on the labeling. That's my fault. That's my bad, guys. Thanks for staying this far if you have, but and thank you for the continued support if you continue to watch to the end, because it's almost over. Got about 20 minutes left. We'll be all right. We'll make it. Went to Sakura Jima, and I found a treasure map. So I went to go see what the treasure map did, and I was actually pretty pleased with what I got from them. So I started to try and find more treasure maps, or as many as I could. I actually got some good stuff out of it. As you can see, that's the ancient stuff, the fruit, a good book and stuff like that. I went to the island that's kind of near Fey Reach, and I caught one of the Dupins. You'll definitely hear them because they make little sounds whenever they're like hopping around and stuff like that. And if you go to that sacred church that's near my base, there's one sometimes walking around out there. It's like level 55. It doesn't attack you or anything. It just bloops around. You'll hear it blooping around. You're like, what is that? And then you'll know what it is. Came to this island to get this. Try to get this. What you call it, Lux. Prixit Lux? Is that what? Yeah, Prixit. As you can see, Herbal was getting his licks in because he's grass, and grass is stronger than rock. Caught the boss form of the Prixit Lux. quick Stirlux, and those things are very aggro, so don't be a low level and go to that island. They will just relentlessly attack you no matter what. I think I was like 2 levels higher than them, and they were just constantly attacking me for no reason. I set the pals to do their business, do their work to make me some blast steels so I can start creating some more things. Checked on my eggs. This is definitely probably day 83, but again, I labeled it wrong, and then I can't take this out and put it in. It's a headache and pain in the butt. I got a Loop Moon Crest, which I had not gotten yet. And then this is the last part of the awesome video that I have. So this is where all the stuff starts going down. I only have 18 days left. Another raid decides to come in. I did kill the guy with my Meow Sword. Definitely pretty awesome to get him with that because it felt so good. Then from now on, I always kill the guys with the Meow Sword just for ultimate disrespect. So I wasn't reporting for the first 2 waves, but this is the one where I was like, okay, I finally got the good shot. I think I got the perfect shot where all these guys just get completely annihilated. And here we go. Absolute decimation. Raid defeated. So I'm probably on like day 84 or something like that, or the night of day 84. And I'm just going through, getting my rockets ready, getting stuff ready to go and fight Panthalus eventually. I think that's what I was getting geared up and prepared for. So this should be probably day 85. Not a big deal. So, like I said, I get out, do my morning chores, and I went fishing this day. I was looking for some hexalite, or not hexalite, but the red coralline. Coralline? Is that what it's called? Yep. Just looking for some stuff and some things out here with my magnetic fishing rod stuff. As you can see, I have Panthalus now, or Neptilius, and this guy is just awesome for getting around in the water. Like, he just speeds through everything. Like, you can't, like, doing this, you can do the move where you just jump out of the water and you just can fly, and it's super cool. Not sure what I was doing on this island. I think I was just looking. I was looking for another treasure map. There we go. So I must have defeated another one of those stronghold things and found one. So, which I definitely did. So, got this one. Some good stuff in here. Let's see. Yep. Legendary schematic for an assault rifle, heavy assault rifle, which did cost a lot to make, so I did not make it in the first 100 days, but I did make it in the 200 days video, but you'll have to see. You get to come and watch it. Come on back, man, because we got some fun stuff. I went to catch one of those fire golem things, and I don't know what was burning me. I was like, dude, what am I getting burned by? The rock golem Ignis. So maybe I kind of just learned not to stand behind him. I found one of the special pals there, as you can see. I decided to use Jetragon I used Neptilius. Neptilius? Someone tell me how to say Neptilius. I think it's Neptilius. But as you can see, I was throwing spheres blindly, just trying to get him since he was a lucky pal. And he came pretty easily after I threw the soul sphere. Checked around this island a little bit more since I had not been here. I was mainly looking for the boss of the island. Ended up being somewhere in the bowl up on top here. And they went down pretty easily. Yep, there he is. He just showed up right there and rendered in. Didn't need to get the rock golem, but I just threw a pure Palser at him anyway, just to get him out of the way. So I could fight the main boss, pal boss there, but I did. This just didn't show up. Checking on got back to base on my day like 85, 86. I know it says 84, but sending my pals out on another expedition so I can get some. I think at this time I'm sending them out to just get whatever. I didn't know that I could actually send them out specifically for chromite, which is what I really was looking for at this time, I believe. So they begrudgingly went into the cavern to get me my groceries. I would have just door dashed it, but they begged me to. But I like it whenever they get it for me. Just makes it taste all that much better. And as you can see, I have a PAL surgery table now, so I can switch their passes around. I ended up going to bed and then waking up on probably day 86 or something, and doing a little fishing, trying to get one of these. What is this one? Oh, it's a Calamari or a Gloopy Primo. Wow, my cousin Gloopy, pink version. Pretty cool. Never had one of those before. Decided to go into a dungeon to get. Or did I not go into that dungeon? Nope, I guess I didn't go into the dungeon. Tricked ya. I did find a large dark egg, or huge dark egg, and then I decided to go back into the dungeon. Now I go into the dungeon. Yeah. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, I guess I'll go get that. Especially on the Fey Reach Islands, you never know what it's gonna be. So it's always fun to go see what it is. So me and Shadowbeak went through the dungeon, blazed through it. Didn't stop on go for much. Went in here and found a Katsune Knot. Decided just to go ahead and I think I captured this one. Yep. Since it was like an alpha version of it, might as well just have a bigger version of him. He came pretty long. He heard about his other brother Kitsune Knot getting caught, so he decided to come with him to be with him. Found a lift monk effigy on the beach, which I'm still actively looking for those. I'm not really, just whenever I see them, I just go out and find them. Or if I fly high enough, I'll just look around and find them. Quick stashing everything. Definitely my best friend, as you can see. All my boxes are now organized pretty well. I was pretty proud about that. I did not bore you guys with the organization of them, but it was pretty extensive. Did take me probably a day or two, or maybe not a day, but maybe a day sounds right. Got the large dark egg there. Ended up being a suit seer, which was pretty cool. I found this Silvergeraeus. I don't know, that guy that hosted the Oscars at one time, Ricky Gervais. This is his pal right here. Sylvegus, there we go. If you get it for the first time, I believe, or it has a chance to drop a lot of chromite. So keep that in mind whenever you're trying to get it, or if you go and get it. But it also adds a lot of defense to your pals in your party. So to you and your pals, I think it's like something like 50%, which is definitely a good one to have. Did another treasure map, and I found a epic Gatling gun, which I thought was pretty cool. Found some stone stout fruit for some defense. Pretty good. So just do the treasure hunts, because they're definitely worth it. The blue ones not so much, but the legendary ones definitely are. Got some sleep on day 87, and then woke up to day 80. Yeah, got some sleep and then woke up on day 87 or 88 and decided that today would be the day that I'm gonna go take out Mr. Bjorn and Bastigor, because like I said, I'm gonna finish something on this 100-day playthrough. I may not beat the world tree bosses, but I will beat all the tower bosses. So Bjorn and Bastigor, guy looks pretty dope. Looks like a pissed off Thor. Looks like he is probably a Stark, King of the North. So the battle was going pretty well. Decided, I don't know why I threw out Judge Gon. I mean, he's just powerful, and even though I know that ice is really bad for him, he can pretty much tank a lot of hits. I've given him a lot of star fruit, so he seems to be doing a lot of damage on Bastigor, and plus I'm shooting rocket launchers at him, so that went pretty well, pretty easy. Didn't have to lose any pals for that one. Overall, good battle. I would say good battle, indeed. Got the key sphere of wrath, even though they look so happy in the intro. I don't know why they'd be wrathful. Came back, was getting lit up by the Elderon over here. He definitely cracked the hell out of me, but don't worry, I have a gerbil here, or herbal, and he was just helping me out there, man. Like, herbal is OG, man. Like, if I didn't have a herbal, and he was out there fighting too. He was like, you know what, buddy, I got you. End up catching him. Early body aggressive, definitely aggressive. I put things in here with the PAL surgery table. Decided to use some of the fun stuff and abilities here and change them up real quick. I don't think he needed Power of Gaia, so I swapped that out with something else here. Oh, I gave it Sleek Stroke, just to make him a little bit faster in the water, and because he definitely doesn't need to tank a lot of earth damage at this time. And if I need to swap it out, I got money for it, you know what I'm saying? So, day 88, or day 89, I decided it was time for the Panthless fight. Boy, was I in for a treat. This was probably one of the most fun boss battles I've actually ever done in a video game. So much fun. Jetragon basically did a lot of the work. He was out there hurting them pretty good. I did get smacked by that wave there, and I thought I could jump. I thought I had the timing down for this. Then I got smacked, but don't worry, I got Herbal. I'm not going anywhere without Herbal. And the weirdest thing, whenever you're fighting Panthless, if Herbal revives you, he just kind of stops. He just kind of sits there and waits for you. He's very nice like that. So Jetragon was giving him all the work. I was sitting there just trying to block attacks, and I used all my rockets. Got on Neftalis. As you can see, I'm just flying around the water. He can't really get me very easily, especially with those waves. I knew I could do damage to him while I was doing that, but I was being cautious. This was actually a pretty long battle, I would say. So, got him low eventually, lit him up with the minigun. Jetragon did the majority of the damage afterwards, and we knocked him out. I then picked up a Pal Sphere, the exotic one, because he's an exotic big boy. And that was the battle. Boss eliminated, and that's how I got Panthless. I was so excited, I was elated. I had a good shot of tequila after that, and I had a beer. Because that was a well-fought battle, and definitely I was on edge the whole time, thinking that this could be the end. As you can see, that's the Pal squad I took into battle. I took Panthless out as soon as I grabbed him. Had to see how this guy looked, and boy was I just wow, like just making everything look super small. Like this guy, it was awesome. I got out of there so fast I didn't even talk to this guy, just so he can congratulate me on my victory, my flawless victory, I'd say. He definitely helped me appreciate it. So now it was time to go to the World Tree. So I definitely did make it to the World Tree. I didn't think I was going to get there because I didn't know how hard Panthless was going to be to fight, but I got there. I definitely got there. Crowning moment of achievement here. So, as I ascended into the World Tree, I immediately just started flying around and checking it out because I had always wanted to come here. Ever since I had saw it when I was playing Palworld at the beginning, I wanted to see what the World Tree actually was. So I picked up things, grabbed some stuffs, just investigated my whole surroundings, basically. Tried to fill out the map and figure out where all the locations were. Got myself some holy water there, which you definitely need, so be sure to get some whenever you do find it. It's 10 free vials of it. I collected the fast travel points. I found a Rouge, which I was like, oh look, it's another bird that I could probably use to fly or something like that. But at this point I'm level 70. I'm basically just waiting to get to use Aldron or Aldron or Jetragon. So I caught myself a Rouge. He was actually the first pal I caught in here. I then saw the Moltres pal, and I was like, whoa, that thing just looks awesome. So I had to try and catch him. Good thing he was fixated on trying to take out that Medusa looking pal. I let Shadowbeak say hello and get that out of the way. Soul Sphere got him in 2. Boom. I got the coolest Aldron Ignis. Found a high tower POW fast travel point. Boom. Looked at all these areas of probably death and destruction that I'd have to go through and figure out what I need to do to get to the final boss area, which I figured out was like right there next to me. I continued flying around, and I was flying up towards where the Celestier Noct and Celestier are, and I flew over this thing, and I was like, whoa, that's a pretty cool egg there. So I got the huge ominous egg, first one I ever found, pretty cool. I filled out some Ingram stuff. I was trying to see when the next time I'd get like a really cool flying melt. So I had to wait a little bit till like level 77 to get the Elderon Ignis. So came back, checked on the eggs that I got, the huge dark egg that I found on Feyreach. This came out to be a Sootsir. It was pretty cool. The huge rocky egg that I found ended up being a Gildane. I tried to capture another one of those legendary salespeople. And as you can see, my base just decided to just go bonkers. They were just absolutely wrecking these whatever they're called, PIDF, the escort bodyguard people. As you can see, I was like, I'm in danger. It just was going absolutely nuts. I ended up they didn't do any damage, and I ended up losing the bounty, so which was a lot better than having to go and pay the fine or get keep the bounty the whole time back when I was playing before. So it's always made me laugh. Just doing some chores around the base on day 90, checking out my new pals, seeing what I got. Nothing too new or exciting. Sent some pals out to get some more chromite, because they would bring me back like 35 or 40 ingots at a time to work with, and I just used that time to go and explore. So it was a good time, but I think here I'm trying to decide if I need a certain pal or not. So yeah, that appears to be what I'm doing, but I do send them in. Didn't really give them a farewell. If I don't know if you've ever done fishing here in the World Tree, but it certainly is a testament. Like look at this thing. This thing is just like shink. Look at this. It's just road. Like it's so fast, and then it does that. It's such a tease. I did end up getting this one, I think, but my God, like it was tough. It was definitely a pain in the ass. Got the Walaska Ignis there. I actually did not know it had a fire variant until I discovered it. There's actually a boss variant of it too. See those bubbles? Don't touch them, because guess what happens if you touch one of those bubbles? That happens. And then you fall, then you die, and then Herbal's like, seriously, bro? Like, didn't I just get your ass up the other day? Like, seriously, bro, you need to stop dying. So we learned our lessons with the bubbles. Don't worry, don't touch the bubbles. Don't touch the bubbles. I need more reference. So continue to fly around in the World Tree. Was finding and looking for things to do. Looking for chests, looking for scrap pile, looking for eggs. Just kind of getting the lay of the land. Constantly checking things. As you can see, I found a huge fire egg over there, and a chest. So I decided to grab that one, and they have a lot of weird things in the chest. I haven't found anything too significant in them besides some ancient pal spheres, which are always helpful, especially in these locations. Yeah, don't touch the bubbles. You'll learn that pretty quick. What did I find down here? Oh, some mythical wood. Was just lying on the ground in there. Found a huge dark egg. So had to take that home and see what that turned out to be. A lot of the pal souls are around here too. So be sure to capitalize on those. The Tetrois Primos are around here too. As you can see, I found another egg, ominous egg. There's a Selene's down here. Make sure you guys go and kill those. Go and kill the Selenes. You'll get a bunch of those relics that you can use in the ancient recycler or something, and you'll get a lot of good stuff from that. A lot of ancient civilization cores. I found Elrond Christ,
And then I found a Bastigor. He didn't appreciate having my spheres thrown in his face, so I blasted him with a beam and then threw a sphere in his face. He seemed to appreciate that one a bit more, or not so much, I guess, but he did smack me with some rocks, so I wasn't feeling too happy about him at the moment, but I did catch him. Had a ferocious trait to him, which was cool. Went back to base, put all my eggs in one basket just to kind of see what that was about, see if I got anything good. The huge ominous egg was ready for hatching, so I decided to see what that was about after I placed these other eggs in no specific order. I just placed them because I'm usually out and about, and this is a pretty temperate climate where I'm at. Everything stays pretty good. Turned out to be a Patelia ignis, so I had to go see what that was about, and when I put her in my party, I started growing blue. Basically, that just means I'm full of holy water, and if I go around to nodes or wood in the world tree, things won't disappear when I'm around them. However, if you're on a PAL when you do that, they will disappear. So the PAL has to be anointed with holy water, and you have to be anointed with holy water. I did get a Shock Lux, which I thought the shock Pokemon or the shock PAL in the floating islands was already electric, but I guess they had to add electric snail. I'm not sure what I was doing with this Jetragon. I was just checking his stats to see if it was even worth it, because now I have the glasses and I can see what it's about. I built an ancient furnace to where I put Rangishi there, and then I also put Bastigor. Those two being the best ice pals out there. Then I built a chest right next to it so I could just have the metal ingots and all the things that need to go into there that are being used over there. Get that taken care of. Eventually, I will build a base that has a better organization system. I think I'll do that as part of maybe my 200 or even 300 days if I get to 300. Because currently, 200 days is being played through right now. That was the first time I actually got a Meemog out of a box or out of an egg. I did get a Dupin out of that one too, so I have a baby Dupin that's pretty dope. I guess I'm being rated right now. Not too worried about it because all these pals. I got a Xiaolong. Oh yeah, this is where. Yeah, I tried to see if I could get him with a razor, but he got whacked with the cat whapper. Whap! And as you can see, my pals did not appreciate him being here, so Anubis went a little crazy. Tried to destroy him a little bit. The ferocious pals definitely just didn't even get a chance. I have Panthless. He's in the air. He's just ready just to start dropping whale poop on him. They're just hilarious at this point. I'm like, why even have these raids if you guys are just gonna be all-time bad? You're not gonna be able to do anything to me whatsoever. Like, kaboom. Like, thank you. Thanks for all the stuff. Oh, there is another wave. Okay, never mind. That was just wave 3. So I guess I hurried back over to my base to see what else carnage could be done. But as you can see, they're all just getting absolutely united. They didn't even stand a chance. The 1157, the Relaxosaurus almost made it, but just some overkill. Just how dare you last? I came to fight the tornado grandma. Apparently she's a grandma. She looked pretty good for a grandma. This battle definitely took it out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I did not think I needed to be as prepared as I wasn't to get into here. I thought I could kind of just steamroll. Like, I beat Panthless. I'm kind of a dog. Like, did not think that this one was gonna be as hard. Anubis died in this battle. As you can see, I have 23 seconds left, and I'm just slinging my cat blade. Like, I'm just trying to do whatever damage I can to take this guy out, because I did not know about this, but I was talking to my friend about it at softball, and he says at the time where would have ran out, I'd have just died. So I was trying to do, at this point, I was just trying to kill it because I didn't know what would happen, but thank God I started swinging my Meow Mix sword at him, because I don't know, man. I went back to base. I made a grave for Anubis. It wouldn't let me save it because it
said something about symbols and prohibited bad words or something like that. So I tried Anubis first boss, tried just Anubis, and it still wouldn't go. Like, it wouldn't go down a right or anything. So I was like, you know what? Buddy, did that work? I gave up. I was like, okay, everybody knows this is for Anubis. That's Anubis's grave. But I couldn't live long without him. I missed him too much. I decided to come back and try and grab him with the legendary sphere. He wanted to return home. He wanted to come back. So I got Anubis's reincarnation, because I just can't do it without him. I need Anubis around. So I got this new one. He definitely felt good to have him back. He started helping me build these alpha beta tower things to keep Pal's sanity and stuff like that. Definitely helped me out there. Look at that, time just going down. You need Anubis, and when you lose him in battle, you just feel bad. So I'm glad to have him back, because like I said, hardcore. You spend so much time building up the Pal, and when they die, man, you feel it. It hurts your feelings. So it's good to have him back. I decided to build a solar light farm here in my base, even though I had a base that is completely dedicated to getting solar light. I think I heard a lucky pal. So I was like, oh, well, that looks like fun. I mean, just grab him I'm gonna try and do a lucky pal dex thing or something like that, or like lucky pal inventories, see how many lucky pals I actually have, and try to catch them all if I can. I found the alpha Rengishi, the boss form of him, so decided to grab him. I had to be careful because all my pals are pretty strong, and they probably would wipe the floor with him. So I'm out of ammo, as you can see. So I'm just kind of hucking soul spheres at him, and then trying to get that critical face shot. Then I think I did. Yep, I grabbed him on that one. So that sphere got me out of there pretty easily. I found the Agrodron, and as you can see, Jetragon's not doing a lot of damage to him, but he was actually putting a little bit of a hurt on Jetragon. So I was like, oh Jesus, I need to hurry up and get this guy. But I only have one old ancient Pal sphere. Hopefully he went in there with that. Got 2 shakes. Pretty excited about that. Boom. My first box kill of Agrodron. That was a Phalaris Aqua that had some special power to it. It's one of those lucky pals, I believe. Nope, he's not. I just wanted to catch him, I guess. And he was being a cheeky bastard, as you can see. He just didn't want to come in. He had like 1 health left, and he was being feisty. He was definitely, look at that. Like, he is just being rude. But he's gonna go sit in the box and think about what he did. Oh yeah, he did have it. He did have the blue aura around it. So I caught one of those. Got back to base, made a chest entirely for things that I find at the world tree, besides the holy water, because I need that stuff whenever I'm trying to mine for things. Got a Liling knocked out of that huge dragon egg that I found down there. Got a Bastigor out of this large ice egg that I found down there. With the huge fire egg I found in there, I got a Phalaris, and that rock egg was not done yet. Day 94, decided to go catch another Ophelia, I think, or I went to go talk to the lady's granddaughter or something like that. Thanks for beating my grandma's ass, you know. She was awesome, but you took her off her high pedestal, so good job. Maybe she'll come home and make me some apple pie or something like good grandma should, and not go ahead and chase lion, monster, dragon things that can kill your Anubis. So that was nice for her. This is my base where I'm at on the floating islands. Basically just to mine the solarite. And as you can see, I got a crack team of miners and stuff right there. And eventually it does get converted into a solarite breeding farm, where I just not breed pals, but have the ranch pals out there, and they help around and stuff like that. For day 90, this is probably day 96, I saw, I went to go kill some menace stings for some glands, the venom glands, because I needed some. And then I came across this menace sting, and for some reason I threw an ancient sphere at him, and I was like, are you kidding me? I just wasted an ancient sphere on a freaking menace sting. He was caught. I felt pretty stupid. Not much I could do about it, but whatever. Wait, I'll just go have to find some more. Was hanging out at base, chilling. Just getting some organization stuff done, getting the chores done for the pals, checking on the eggs. Let's see, the huge rocky egg that I found down there was done. Ended up being a Warsec Terra, which kind of was a letdown, but whatever. I'm a Sandalux. That's cool, I guess. I kind of stopped picking up eggs now. I don't pick them up as often anymore because I really don't need them. But I did hear about if you get the dog pal that's over in Sakurajima, Yakimo or something like that. They can have like rainbow passives, so that will be something I start pursuing in the future. But I just don't know who I would take out of my party, because Herbal's obviously got a spot, Jetragon's always got a spot, and I guess I've just filled in that team around there. Day 95, I took a look at my lands, and I was like, man, I've come a long way in this 100 days. Been through a lot of stress. Conquered all of this like I said I would, for the most part, besides the world tree. But all these main islands and stuff like that I did when I was able to knock out. So I was pretty proud of myself. I had to hand it to myself. A lot of patience, a lot of time making the right decisions, making some wrong decisions, but always having a backup there. Especially like this. Here's a wrong decision. Let's jump off the Pantalus. And thank God I pushed X again, because I probably Herbal would have been like, bro, I just saved you like 5 hours ago, dude. Like, you gotta stop. Yeah, so apparently if you're jumping off a Pantalus, you need a glider or something, or just grab a bird and just fly off of them. So lesson learned there. Day 96 rolling around, or probably day 98 or 99. I'm not sure which one this is, but went around base as I usually do. Saw that my PAL electricity was low, but these two got immediately to work, and it started going up pretty quick. So I even built a generator, or what is this called? Accumulator? Power accumulator. So even if this thing goes dead, this thing will be good to go. But I guess I was out too long at night, and it didn't have enough time to accumulate a lot of power. I did end up breaking down that ice base because I had so much quartz. I ended up having 9,999 quartz, so I was like, okay, it's time to break down that base. I don't need that much quartz for anything that much anymore, except for building certain things. So I decided to fly around the desert and do a treasure hunt, because I did find another treasure map from one of the ships that can be sailing by that have bad guys on it. You'll see here that it's not as good as the orange one, but I believe it does give me some power revive. Nope, it didn't give me. So I got power revive potions out of one of these. I was like, well, that's helpful, because I can't revive any pals here in hardcore. So day 100, I fly around looking for effigies for just anything like the Yukumo one, so I have a better chance of getting the rainbow pals. Grabbing the which ones? The Kativa ones as well. Yeah, I had to say I did pretty well for the first 100 days. I didn't beat the game in 100 days. I'm not that much of a programmer or sweaty like that. But thanks guys for watching. Please come and watch the next 100 days that I do. If you made it this far, thanks, and thanks for the support. The lo-fi music I made myself, so I hope you guys at least enjoyed that. If you didn't enjoy anything else in the video, please come back. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks, and can't wait to see you on the next one. Here's the proof. This is the best part. Proof's in the pudding, right? Go ahead, click it. Push A on it. Come on, you gotta see it. It's not gonna do it yet. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, boom, 101. Hardcore. All right, catch you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.